Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the world of Fate Stay Night. I am your host, friend, whatever the heck I am to you, Guardwiz. Oh man, this game, Fate Stay Night, is wrecking me emotionally, and I absolutely loving it. Heaven's Feel has had by far the most, foreboding presence of everything, and it just feels like the calm before the storm, and I absolutely love it. You are now at the final set of side quests before the endgame metaphor. I am still in the third city in the third major dungeon. I actually got my first, my second game over I've had in the game, because I got to the first boss of the third dungeon and first mini boss of it, and I realized, oh, I can't just screw around here. I really, really, really need to pay attention to the classes I'm using and have a few specialized classes and my strongest class and my other things to take this dude down. I just haven't done that yet. I got there yesterday and I put it down, and I had work today, and I did other things today. I'll show you what the other things I did in a little bit, but first off, I do want to warm up the vocal cords. We did have a warm up last night because last night was the return of the Phoenix Wright series with my buddy The Worst Heroes. No hurricane stopped us last night. Ha ha! We are in the middle of the first day of trial of frickin' Recipe to Turnabout. Having a good time, despite my not love for that case. But to warm up the vocals, let's go with a little bit of a duet. Probably wise to first do all the bounties you have before tackling the third dungeon. I actually tried to do all my bounties. I did all my bounties but one, and that one, I guess the highest level bounty that was left was kicking my butt. It was draining my resources so much. It was just okay, this doesn't feel worth it right now. I need to do other things first, and maybe clear the first half of the third dungeon first. So it's probably a good thing that the game doesn't have, hey, here is the recommended level for this. But selfishly, from I kind of want to know what I'm doing, because I have done so many things that turns out of order, because I did the first bounty dungeon I did was oh, I'm over leveled for this. Second bounty dungeon I did, oh, I'm over leveled for this. Third one is oh, I'm over leveled for this. The fourth and fifth one is okay, maybe I'm under leveled. It's I finding that balance of just okay, where am I supposed to be strength wise? It's an interesting scaling system that Metaphor has going on for right now. I do not dislike it. I'm just I'm feeling it out. I'm still in the feeling out period as I enter the third dungeon. And again, need to redo all of my classes to actually specifically have a plan to take this dude down. For our musical theater karaoke, to start off, I'm going to go with a little duet from Wicked. It's probably my favorite song from Wicked, to be honest. Defying Gravity's nice, and I am a bit of a sucker for Wonderful, but this is my favorite one. There's been some confusion over rooming here at Shiz, but of course I'll care for Nessa, but of course I'll rise above it, or I know that's how you'd want me to respond, yes. There's been some confusion, for you see, my roommate is unusually and exceedingly peculiar and altogether quite impossible to describe. Blonde. What is this feeling, so sudden and new? I felt the moment I laid eyes on you. My pulse is rushing, my head is reeling, my face is flushing. What is this feeling? Fervent as a flame. Does it have a name? Yes, yes. Loathing. Unadulterated loathing. For your face, your voice, your clothing. Let's just say I loathe it all. Every little trait, however small, makes my very flesh begin to crawl with simple utter loathing. There's a strange exhilaration from such total detestation. It's so pure, so strong. Though I do admit it came on fast, still I do believe that it can last. And I will be loathing, loathing you my whole life long. Well, these things are sent to try us. What is this feeling so sudden and new? I felt the moment I laid eyes on you. My pulse is rushing, my head is reeling. Oh, what is this feeling? Does it have a name? Loathing. There's a strange exhilaration in such total detestation. It's so pure, so strong. Though I do admit it came on fast, still I do believe that it can last. And I will be loathing for forever. Loathing truly, deeply, loathing you my whole life long. Boo! Such a fun duet. It's a good one. Also, the stat boosts you get from leveling jobs to max carry over to other jobs as well. I did not have that confirmed, but I was suspecting that's how it worked. At least I assumed that's how it worked. Which is why your protagonist nearly has 80 strength right now. Oh lord. Before we get into the actual visual novel part, I figured I should probably show something to the audience. I got the cooking game. There's a big Halloween sale on the Switch, and for some reason the fake cooking game is a part of it, so it's just like, yoink, 50% off of that, I'll take it. After I beat Heaven's Feel, I might do like one stream of this just for silly times. Unless like it really grabs me as like the most coolest, amazing thing ever, I doubt I'll like stream this. But it's like, I'll do a one-off and then like play this in my own time for chill, just because I think that's what I assume this game is. If there's like lore implications and the branching paths are like utterly insane, it's like, how do we get there? Wait, this actually means something? This has consequences? It has consequences that I cook the Hamburg steak? What? If it is as crazy as that, I will strongly consider streaming it, but it's probably going to be like a chill-off stream game after the first attempt. I also got Stitch. I've been meaning to get that. Just like another... I enjoy myself some very cozy puzzly games. But for now... it's time to go on night patrol with Saber and question everything we know about our father figure. Yay! Alright. Do we secure the home turf? Do we go to Shinto? I think we go to Shinto. Sure, there will be nothing to make you freak out this stream. Absolutely nothing is going to go wrong. Okay, one thing that has been on my mind, I don't remember the last time I brought this up on stream, but I assume it's going to be relevant to this branch. Like, it's been kind of hinted at in the past, especially very, very, very early on, like the first couple of days, from the Rin point of view. Like, she has some sort of, like, relationship with Sakura that has never really been touched on in either of the branches. Because, like, when Shiro got his heart exploded, or somewhere around that time, she thought, oh, it can't be him. not what about her? Or she thought Rin's thought something along those lines, and I believe she was talking about Sakura. So, yeah, so it's just like there is something between Rin and Sakura. Maybe it's just because Rin knows that Sakura's family could be mage related, as I suspect Makiri related. But why would she be worried about like how she would feel if Shiro died? It's there is like some sort of connection there we just don't know about yet. I'm trying to think. That's just something that's been on my mind, but I don't think I've voiced it on stream if not ever, in a long time. Yeah, our home turf is protected. We got the house protecting us. We got Fujini protecting us here. So we're just gonna go to Shinto. Well, sadly, Fujini and Sakura haven't moved in this branch, but we can still hope. We can still hope. Let's go to Shinto. We should patrol Shinto, where there are more people. The priest told me to fight if I want to prevent victims. I'm an untrained mage, so I have no choice but to take Saber with me and call the other masters out. But I don't think Kodamine tricked me into it, but I just can't think of any other way to go about this other than to use myself as bait. Thank you for thinking of yourself as bait and not thinking of yourself, I'm the hero who's going to beat the servants. Thank you for that, Shiro. Oh, I'm loving Heaven's Feel Shiro so far. Let's go to Shinto. If any of the masters is up to no good. If any of the masters is up to no good? Alright, we'll stick with that grammar. If any of the masters is up to no good, then it'll be easier to deal with them there. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. Understood. Let us head to the other side, then. I'm well aware that we'll be exposed to danger in Shinto. I need to be prepared for the possibility that I might die doing this. I'm determined to fight, and I can't make the same mistake I made with Lancer. Might be new to all this, but I've been trying to teach myself to think like a mage man. I steel myself as we walk because I'm made of steel. Just don't know it yet. Just like I do when I insert the rod into my spine. I hope someone tells him very soon, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. That's a sucky way to open up your gateways. We spend an hour on patrol. Nothing out of the ordinary that I can see. Saber doesn't sense any servants. Just out of curiosity. Oh! That was a heart choice? Well, we didn't get the heart. Huh. I thought someone would take the bait if we walked around so defensively. Oh no, I am but a damsel in distress. If only there were some big scary berserkers or archers who would attack me. I chastise myself for being so naive. Sokka might have known a better way to scout the area. No, Master, your actions were correct. If a mistake was made, it was that we failed to account for your lack of skills. That will not pay our bills. My patrols are in no way a waste. Though we may not have encountered anyone tonight, it will lead to results. Well, I hope so. It hurts, realizing that I'm the one holding us back. Let's go back to Miyama. If Shinto didn't work out, we should at least do a quick check of our home turf. Yes, I understand your fervor to seek out our foes, but we should first secure our own territory. We return to Miyama. No sign of any pedestrians or vehicles on the bridge. When I cross the bridge, it's Saber on a quiet night. Quiet night, holy night. Who's screaming? Should I run away? There's no way this will end badly. Traumatized when I count to 3. 1, 2, 3, let's die. 1, 2, 3, let's die. In the next moment, a terrible chill assails my back. I hear a scream. Girl screaming, being assaulted probably. Did we just discover Shinji being a jerk early? That came from nearby! What was that, Saber? Actually, what was that? I don't know what people screaming sounds like. I sense a servant. It appears to be in the park right below us. Ugh! My heart rate rises. Oh, I knew it. The entire reason we're looking around outside. Why won't my brain work? Brain not do good work now. Told myself I was ready for a fight. Any hesitation disappeared the moment I risked my life. But now my body isn't listening to my brain. Oh, my tummy's a rumbling at how soft I am. Whichever conviction I thought I had doesn't manifest. I went to Shinto to fight, but I was mistaken to think I was ready for this. I'm not used to fighting, and my body isn't responding like I want it to. That's right. Going out to do battle and getting attacked means killing the enemy before they kill me. And I can't move. Maybe used to being attacked, but I'm not used to going on the attack. Such an idiot. I'm saying I was ready to die, but I never thought about killing anyone else. Your orders, Master. I don't know what just happened, but the enemy is nearby. If you command it, we can help whoever was just attacked. Maybe it's thanks to Saber's calm and pretty voice. My frozen brain and paralyzed limbs awaken and start to move. Fear of watching someone die drives away the dread of an imminent battle of life and death. I'm sorry, Saber. I break into a dash, apologizing for my own spinelessness. Sprinting toward the source of the scream in the battle that left such an ominous magic energy. I'm not ready! My legs are shaking, even as I run. That's the correct response. I lack the will to fight. I want the Holy Grail myself, and that fear will inevitably come from me. Who is this? Not Saber. What the heck are you doing, you dummy? Got to set this up. Whoopsie. You. There we go. That's right. If I had a reason to fight, I should have embraced it first. Shiro-eme is facing those armed with wishes for the Holy Grail. He needs to confront and erase this fear with the wish to stop the fighting. Ah! Ah! I make a straight dash to the park without looking back. Leaking magic energy is super huge and super repulsive. It's like an oil spill in the middle of a clear stream. Even I can sense power as dense as this, and I suck. I bet even Rin can sense this, and she sucks, but she doesn't know it. Saber halts. Her eyes grasp the situation faster than I can. Uh-oh. What? I tremble. Feeling in my frenzied mind can only be described as revulsion and terror. Like seeing a vampire out of folktale. Not the shiny ones. Those don't scare me that much. Just a little bit. A black-clad woman has her mouth on the neck of an unconscious one. So we did find Shinji and Ryder. Fighting. Sucking. Okay. Where we last left off with our Ryder assumptions. I felt like we were like 90% sure Ryder was Medusa, and I'd kind of tossed away my theories of it being Bloody Mary and Helen of Troy were my guesses. Her power is based on blood. And her power is a Pegasus. Are there vampires from Greek mythology? Medusa didn't drink blood, did she? Ah. Let's see if we can one-hit KO Ryder again. Drops of flesh blood fall from her lips. It was eating a person. I didn't mean it was chewing on her flesh. I mean the woman in black was sucking on the person's being. Like, are we going to get an image of this? Do I need to get TOS Tomberry? Like just to be safe, should we already just have TOS Tomberry out? Woman in black was sucking on the person's entire being. That's what she said. Her victim's mind and memories. The victim doesn't even twitch. It's as if the woman getting the life sucked out of her by the minute and turned into a living doll. Turned into a living doll. Sucking all the blood out of them, leaving them like a doll-like husk could be an interpretation of turning them to stone? Maybe? There are obviously, like, other Greek mythology figures that I just can't think of that I guess this could be describing. I can't come up with any words. I'm not surprised that the vampire-like thing is a servant. There's an unmistakable human figure watching the woman in black from behind. Yeah, you lose your voice. I like doing my snooty version of you too much. I let the audience hear your death grips. Shut up, Shinji. Well, well, if it isn't Emiya, I'm amazed your bumbling has gotten you this far. Shinji? My best friend? What? My head grinds to a halt. I can't figure out what's happening. I can't make a decision. We're already getting our mind blown. What are you doing here? What is that book in your hand? And how can he just laugh when someone's dying? How is this absurd situation happening in front of me? What's wrong, Emiya? You went all stiff. That's what she said. The servant drew you out here, didn't she? You've got to man up. We even put on a show so obvious even you could understand it. Shinji's familiar voice does not sound familiar at all. Just want to check something. Okay. This felt like too big a cutscene to be just on one branch. So I guess if we patrolled the home, we would end up at the park anyway. At some point. It's strangely high-pitched. There's something utterly repugnant about it. Like, even more... Shinji's even more repugnant than usual, and I didn't know that was possible. Did you kill her? My hands ball into fists. I don't even look at the servant in front of Shinji. My mind is frozen. Something far stronger than me, a servant I should do everything in my power to flee from, is right in front of me and doesn't feel threatening at all. Rational mind has gone out the window. Did I kill her? Servants feed on humans, you moron. What did you expect? Hold on, just... Sorry, something dropped down here. I think it's in bad taste, but what else can I do? They need to eat live ones. The only way to maintain a servant is to keep giving it magic energy. You're out here looking for prey too, aren't you? I am not looking for the Xbox 360 classic Prey, nor its remake from like 2020. Black-clad servant is not moving. Thank you for not showing the blood on your mouth or like the biting animation. That would have been bad. It's like a well-trained attack dog. One that won't act without orders. A doll that won't even move without orders from its master. But once the order comes down, it becomes a devil that will murder without hesitation. Back off! I stand in front of the attack dog and give my warning. There is no time. If I hurry, I might be able to save this woman. Huh? What'd you just say? Are you talking to me? Emiya. Looking at the flowchart. Trying to remember when the girl goes missing. Trying to remember if we have any scenes with her. I think she goes missing on the 4th. No, maybe she goes missing here. This might be her being attacked. What's her face, whose name I never remember. Because, like, she never shows up past day 4. One of our best friends, who we say we're going to visit, but we never do. Mitsuzuru. Is this Mitsuzuru? Huh. No thanks. You can fight me if you want the leftovers. Ayako is safe for now, but according to the previous timelines, if this isn't her being attacked today, she's probably being attacked tomorrow or the day after at the latest. That's your familiar, isn't it, Shinji? Come on! Show me what you've got, Emiya! I went to all the trouble because I want to see servants fight! Aren't you a master? What are you shaking in your boots for? Makes you no different from that girl there. So you're not going to back off? Oh. You're annoying. You'll just have to make me. But you know. Go ahead and keep shaking. You're going to end up feeling the pain anyway. Shinji's eyes burn with animosity. As if taking that as a signal, the black-clad servant sinks to the ground and... Here she comes! Get behind me, Shiro! Fight! 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 Saber steps forth to meet the ghastly attacker. Does Ryder survive? I don't know. We've got to find out her name at some point, right? We have to. The two shadows collide. In an instant, Saber's fully armed and intercepting the other servant. Steel clashes against steel. Saber with firmly planted stance faces down the bounding, whirling servant. Oh, she's spinning. It's a neat trick. How do we stop her spinning? Oh, she can't keep up with her opponent's speed, so she plants her feet on solid ground. The enemy's long hair whips through, hounding her cautious prey. She's just a scarecrow! A third-rate servant with a third-rate deck! Or third-rate master! Like me, Shinji's staying away from the fight, all while cackling. I don't know why he became a master, but he doesn't seem to be a mage. Shinji isn't doing anything to support his servant. Which means he might be someone who coincidentally became a master like me. After taking several dagger strikes, Saber's feet stop. Her face looks so pained. Oh, it's tingling, resembling irritation. Good, Ryder. Finish her. I don't mind. I followed Grandpa's orders. You're unstoppable enough to take out Emiya's servant. Thanks for telling us what we already suspected, but even Emiya's not stupid enough to ignore that statement about Grandpa. The dark shadow gets faster. Ryder obeys her master's command, accelerating and aiming to take down Saber's head. But as she begins her strike, the shadow is cut down the middle. Ah! Fight was decided in an instant. Saber's sword finds Ryder's body, sending the serpent streaking through the air. Will Shinji be able to use a command seal to disappear her and save her like Rin did with Archer? Or have we just straight up already jobbed out Ryder? So long as it leads to me killing Shinji, I'm okay with this. I wish we can get to know her better. Wish we could, like, get to know, her name and origin, but hey, whatever leads me to killing Shinji faster, I'm okay with. That's the end goal. It's as magnificent as sending a sandbag flying with a bat. We playing Smash, bro? Let's do this! The batter in this case is Saber, while the sandbag is Ryder. Huh? The tension in the air changes. Shinji stares at the wounded Ryder in shock. No way! That look on Saber's face was perfect. Just like, wait, really? That was it? Really? Astonished, I watch as Saber lowers her sword with a bored expression. What the? What is wrong with you? This is a new route. This is supposed to be my route. I'm supposed to be the hero, and Ryder is going to win this route. How dare you ruin my plans? He's giving her an earful. Shinji runs over to Ryder and he screams at her. She's sprawled out on the ground with her tummy cut open. There we go! That's the word I was looking for. Hello, disembowel number 17. It's been a while since we got to up the counter, but Saber did it in a single blow. Thank you, Saber. Clap, 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 clap. Thank you, Saber. We having a good day. Now I would prefer if I was the one who got to, just take him out right now with my bare hands, but if Saber wants to make this 18, please. I accept that. Who gave you permission to die? I can't believe you. This is insubordination. How could you lose to Emiya's servant despite having me, the great Shinji, as your master? Ryder does her best to rise out of a pool of blood. But she can't stand. She's taken a critical blow. Even if she's a servant, she's not going to survive for long unless she gets treated soon. Yep, you going to use one of them command seals, buddy? Or are you going to be stupid? Stand up and fight! You walking corpse, you're not even alive! So who cares if you get injured? God! What the are you just sitting there for? You're making me look like a... Shinji is verbally abusing Ryder. Now, again, I'd understand if Ryder poetically took this moment to also disembowel her master. It won't happen, but I would get it, but don't steal the kill from me. Saber does not approve of this. Blame yourself before you blame Ryder. No matter how excellent her heroic spirit is, she cannot display her true worth without a worthy master. I said stand up, you idiot! Your job is to protect your master. If you can't win, then you should at least be a meat shield. That is futile. Even if you use a command spell, you will not be able to heal Ryder. And if you force it on her while she is near death, she will still be unable to protect you. This is the end, Master of Ryder. As much as it pains me to say it, my master offers you a chance to surrender. Will you forfeit your command spells and admit defeat? Saber, I think I take it back. Let's take this guy down, but let me do it, please. Game. We've been doing this for 32 streams. Blow me this. I've been playing you for months on end, and I've been having a good time with it. I'm having a fun time talking about this game with chat. All around, A+. I've been having such a fun time with this game. That's all I ask. I don't care if it leads to a bad end. I just need that. I need for me. Cool. Alright. Actually, I don't think I saw that last line. Whoopsie. Shut up! Don't tell me what to do, monster! Stand up, Ryder. I'm your master! How dare you disobey me when you're just a... Sparks dance. Ryder writhes in pain. It's the last time we get to see Ryder. I don't know how many lines she has left, and I haven't really done a great job of voicing her. Mainly because she hasn't had many lines or consistency at all, but alright. Ryder, whatever death grunts you have, enjoy them. What an awful cycle. Ryder's in no condition to fight anymore, but Shinji's command punishes her for being unable to stand up. Her wounds deepen and Ryder draws closer to her death. Was that him using a command spell? Like the sparks dancing, was that him using a command spell? Saber reaches for Shinji. Stand up! Move, Ryder! If you're going to die, at least take her with you! Ryder reacts to Shinji's order. Her body begins to move. Her death is even more certain. Then... Is this the grandpa?
Enough! It seems you weren't useful after all, Shinji.
A wizened voice interrupts the tension. Huh? Something roars into flame? Huh? The book is burning! The book Shinji is holding is on fire! Oh, why? Stop, go out! Why is the thing burning? He tries to smother it, but it's too late. The book burns to ash in the same instant. Ryder disappears without a trace. So the book was the summoning object? So, like, Saber has the sheath and Ryder had that book? Shinji's seals weren't on his hand. I do not remember that ever being mentioned. Alright.
Good grief, I never expected much of you. And this is indeed pathetic. I gave you a chance because you're my grandson. But I should have trusted my better judgment.
Was he lurking all this time? And again, at least this is so blatantly obvious, even Shiro can't deny it. The old man, Zalkin Matau, seemed to have suddenly crept out of the darkness. Grandfather, was that?
Who else would I be, you little fool? You nearly got your servant killed, and you still claim to be of mine.
Nearly? Nearly? Why did you interrupt me? All I needed to do was win! I am the heir of the Mattel family. I knew I couldn't afford to lose to a guys like him. Shinji scrambles over to the old man as if clinging to his feet. Now that he's lost Ryder and been cornered by us, he has no choice but to rely on a stupid old man. And yet...
You half-wit. I never once expected a failure like you to succeed. I simply wanted to see you rise to the challenge despite your weakness, as is our way. But look at you, besmirching the Makiri name. You're as useless as your father.
So, Shinji is Makiri. So, Shinji is Makiri. Is it just like 2 generations or so? Like they married into the Mattel family? Is it that simple? I have a cat scratching at the door. What do you want, buddy? Coming in? Come in. First off, you get a bit of a treat. Good boy. That snap. But first, here we go. Erg. It's Moreland. Got the emote show 'em. Got the cutest kitty in the universe. Except for maybe your kitties. If you got kitties at home, they're probably also super duper cute. Alright. Enjoy whatever the heck you're about to do, Merlin. Please don't scratch me. What? I'm the same as my father. We have not heard, I don't think, anything about Shinji and Sakura's father.
Even less than him, you cretin! Your incompetent father gave birth to an utterly hopeless, defective child.
Yeah, the voice I was using for Zalkin last time was okay, but it's like, go full Voldemort with it. I think with a little bit of hissing, because he's got the bugs hissing. So yeah.
I tried to ignore the signs and have some hopes for you, but you're a complete disappointment. Your mind is as worthless as your blood. The Matau bloodline has ended with you.
The old man ignores Shinji and just walks forward. Saber shifts slightly backwards as if repulsed by him. Are we about to beat up an old man? Can I kill Shinji first?
I see. It's little wonder Ryder lost. You are a heroic spirit of some renown. I seem to recall a servant as powerful as this one in the past wars. Still, I can't simply let him die. He is still my flesh and blood. As sad as that is, I will risk myself to preserve his life at least. Family love truly is a matter of life and death.
Yeah, given his age, based on what he's just said, he definitely was involved in the Fate Zero Wars. And I think I have a vague memory of how he was involved. I will say I'm pretty sure he was involved with the Berserker class from last time. But, I don't remember what he actually did. But hey, he knows his stuff. He knows what's going on all around. He knows when he chooses to lay low. And also, given his age, he could have participated in the one from 50 years ago. Heck, maybe he could have participated in the Third Holy Grail War. He might have even participated in the second or the first. I don't know what's going on with this old man's age, but he's obviously artificially increasing his life through bugs or something. I'm surprised. Apparently he's trying to give Shinji a chance to escape, but I won't let him. I will kill him. Please, game. Is that why Zoken is going to face Saber and protect the cowering Shinji?
Hurry up and leave. You're no longer a master now that the Book of Contract is destroyed.
Okay. He said the Book of Contract was destroyed. Like, next, I was about to form a theory that's like, the fire wasn't actually destroying the book. It was like going to be like a teleportation thing or like a transfer of ownership. But no, it looks like it is straight up destroyed if he's being honest.
If you survive, these two won't come after you.
But the guy behind the screen with the Joy-Cons in his hand absolutely will.
Go live out a pointless life, just like your father.
We don't even get to know her name. We've got to figure it out in this branch, right? Right? It's not just randomly from a like freaking extracurricular stuff. Shinji slinks away from Saber's gaze, all while glaring at the old man. Saber doesn't give chase. He probably decided for my sake that Shinji isn't worth pursuing for now. Now that he's no longer a master. He crawls away from the battleground. If he's crawling, that puts him in a perfect position for me to do a curb stomp. Once he reaches the park exit, he takes one last look back and runs off into the night. We let him get away again. I'm very curious if he's still going to continue to assault women. Because let's face it, it's Shinji. Even without a servant, he might do that. Nah, he's too much of a coward, but he still might. I feel my stomach turning sour. Kind of like, you know, would Skittles sours, if you put too many and like a very short time period in your mouth and your mouth gets all like kind of scraped up and destroyed. That's how my tummy feels right now. There's a smell of rotten meat coming from somewhere.
Oh, so you let him go. I see. You must not want to dirty your sword with such a lowly pest.
I want to. Get Saber, let me borrow your sword. Give me like 5 minutes. Saber keeping still, squarely facing the old man. Feels like she's trying to block him from looking at me. Saber, back off. I know this old man. I want to talk with him. Now that Shinji's not my best friend anymore, I need a new best friend. How about it, old man? I cannot do that. This man is not human. There is nothing worth saying to him, and we should not listen to anything he says. I know that. I do know that! But I have questions I need to ask him. Please, I'll be quick. I'll decide whether you can fight him afterwards. Saber backs up just a little bit slightly, giving me a chance to speak with him, but she isn't going to let me pass. Thanks. So, want to explain all that?
How very brazen of you to simply demand answers. I don't mind hearing your questions, but I don't know what you're asking me.
I'm talking about Shinji. Why did he become a master? It sounds like you're the one who put him up to it.
Oh, that's what you want to know. As you said, I chose Shinji to be a master. I've long since retired from the field, as you can no doubt tell. Since I can't fight, I yielded the limelight to my darling grandson.
Gave up your right as a master, so that means...
He's just like you, scion of Emir. When he learned of the Holy Grail, he, not I, made a contract with a servant. Like you, he was the last of a line walking the ways of the wise. Surely you can understand entrusting one's unfulfilled dreams to one's descendants.
We've got a theme we're sticking to. So what? As a rule, only mages become masters. Is the old man saying that Shinji studied magecraft because of tradition? Is the Matau family, are you a magical lineage?
You didn't know. Both the Tosaka and Matau families have deep roots. That said, our bloodline fell into decline long ago. In practice, Tosaka rules the land. We Mataus just survive by virtue of old privilege.
Tosaka? Then that means Tosaka knows you? That the Mataus are a family of mages?
Of course she does. Our family are old friends. Though we've fallen out since the ritual turned into bloody conflict, we were once comrades who sought the same dream. Our association has continued in ways beyond the Holy Grail War. They let us adopt one of their...
Sakura is Ren's sister? Unless that means like Sakura's mother was adopted. But based on like the thing I was literally ranting about at the start of this, him just throwing that out there is too coincidental. Okay. Hello, giant piece of lore. Shiro, are we going to connect the dots that he might be talking about Sakura?
I wonder how much of a mage their apprentice has grown into these past 10 years.
But if that's true, that throws out my theory that Sakura is a Makiri and accidentally or on purpose gave us a command seal before we summoned. Alright, let's see where this goes. Then again, whatever they were doing to Sakura in that basement could have given her powers of the Matau / Makiris? Maybe? I don't know. I'm reaching. He lets out a hearty chuckle. The cow Matau laughs in amusement at whenever the Tosaka family must be feeling. You said that you're old friends with the Tosakas, then does that mean the Mataus have been around since the First Holy Grail War?
We used to be called Makiri. We adopted Matau to assimilate to this country, but it seems to have been a mistake. The land of this country does not suit us. Over the last 2 centuries, our blood has grown diluted, ending in the flawed air you saw before you.
Matau was just a conversation of their old name, Makiri. Then if Shinji belongs to a mage family, then Sakura...
Oh, it's simply a play on words. We chose the name to conceal our identity, but names carry importance. It may be a fake name, but it needs to have a connection to our true name.
Kinda don't care about that part. There's only one thing I need to know. Then Sakura. Is Sakura a master like Shinji?
What an odd question. Sakura a master? That's inconceivable. It seems your father didn't give you a proper education.
Inconceivable? Sakura doesn't have the talent to be a mage?
The problem is more fundamental than that. Mages are essentially unilineal. Except for the greatest of families, the secrets are never taught to one another other than the appointed heir. There's doubtly so for siblings. There is no need for two heirs. If the Matau name hadn't declined, we might have been able to adopt someone, but we don't have any magic circuits to pass on to begin with.
So maybe Sakura wasn't adopted. Maybe it was like Sakura's like mother who was adopted. Then Sakura is...
Shinji is the master, so that is obvious. A sibling not even chosen as an heir would not even be included in our odds. I considered the sister if the brother turned out to be no use, but our role in the contest is already concluded. There's little point in sending out an ignorant grandchild to fight in the Holy Grail War.
I feel a sense of relief in my chest. Thank God! I was surprised to hear that the Mataus were a mage family. But the problem is Shinji being a master. Still, I can rest easy knowing that Sakura is not going to be involved in any death matches. Thank goodness. You said you're done with the battle, so Shinji's not going to fight anymore. You're retired, and Sakura has nothing to do with the Holy Grail War.
Yes, but I can't guarantee Shinji will agree. That boy is obsessed with being a mage. To our shame, the blood has thinned since we settled here. The sad display you saw is our final heir. Matau children no longer have any magic circuits. By Jove, where did he even learn of such secrets? His head is filled with conceits of being a chosen one. Even as he grapples with the inferiority complex of being taught how flawed he is from birth. Perhaps it was a mistake to let him run free, but there's little to be done about it now. If he refuses to give up even when you've handed him such an obvious loss, there's not much I can do.
The old man's body shrinks? No, it just seems that way because he backed up without making a sound.
Shinji has lost. We intend to withdraw early from the war this time. But you would still cut this old man down, Saber.
I would rather avoid needless fighting. If your words can be trusted, there will be no next time if they are false. That goes for your progeny as well. If he fails to learn his lesson and becomes a master again, I will slay him without mercy. Please try to become a master again, Shinji. Please, I double dog dare you.
Indeed.
The old man disappears. Wonder what kind of trick he used to do that. Falcon Matau melts back into the darkness, but unlike the way he first appeared before us, all he leaves behind is the smell of rotting flesh. Pick up the fallen woman, fighting down the sense of disgust in my chest. Let's go to the church, Saber. We can still make it. He'll know what to do. We can rely on our best buddy, Kirei! Understood. I shall carry the woman. If only Saber had a raincoat, she could protect her armor from the blood. Thanks, Saber. Saber takes the woman and starts running. Situation calls for haste, and Saber can take care of this. She's stronger than me, even though she's like super duper a shorty. Shouldn't let pride get in the way. I shall lead the way. Follow me and stay close. Saber races through the night, and I run as fast as I can, trying not to get left behind. It's the middle of the night, but the church is brightly lit. Saber hands the unconscious victim over to me in front of the church, and I take her inside. I call loudly for Kodomine, who comes out, takes one look at the victim, carries her to the back room. Apparently, the only room that's usable as treatment's room is Kodomine's own room. Wonder how much that Zoken guy will be affecting the entire route. He's withdrawn. Nothing. There might be like butterfly effect stuff from like this happened this night, so maybe stuff will happen the other night. But like Zoken as an active participant in this entire storyline is completely over. I'm sure we believe him, right, people? Absolutely. I sit in one of the pews. Did everything I could. It's up to Konomine whether she's going to pull through. I just have to trust him and wait for the outcome. Time passes. I know Saber's waiting for me outside, but I can't just leave yet. Besides, I want some time to think. The Tao family turned out to be a bloodline of mages. Shinji became a master with a servant under his command. Zalka Matao let the family heir fight in the Holy Grail War, even though they lost their power. And the Ainsburns aren't the only faction with a fixation on the Grail. Kiri and Tosaka. In fact, people close to the Grail itself are bound to be masters. Even Saber's no exception. The Ainsburns sought the Grail for thousands of years, and I can't even begin to imagine that level of obsession. There are things that require the Holy Grail's power. My old man defied the Grail and chose to destroy it instead. Can I see this through to the end with the same conviction? Do I have the right to fight in the same war as the Ainsburns and Makiris? They've been chasing this for hundreds of years. I must say, I didn't expect you to bring me an injured person the very same day that I offered to help you. Kodomine, my new best friend. I look up. Kodomine's expression isn't grim. That must mean the treatment went well and he totally isn't attaching her to some crazy battery in the basement. Kodomine, what happened to the woman? I've done what I can. The rest depends on her. If you'd brought her even an half hour later, I would have had to perform the rites of my actual occupation. I see. Sorry, and thanks. Glad you're awake. What is wrong? Does it pain you so much to express gratitude to me? If anything troubles you, I will listen. It's kind of an obligation of the profession. I don't know, I kind of got a lot on my plate right now, and you're the one who adds to it. Kind of don't want to hear the long sermons. Don't need too much more exposition tonight. Our discussion today bothered you. I meant to motivate you, but it seems to have only confused you further. That is quite regrettable. The priest seems rueful, but I can't tell how sincere he is. I'm not going to let the awkward silence win. So, someone that I know is a master. I murmur pitifully, unable to keep it to myself. The priest says nothing. He merely nods in acknowledgement. And you defeated him, of course. I answered the short question with a nod. There is no need to be sorry. There is! I'm sorry I didn't kill him. People cannot change their pasts. All we can do is affirm our own actions. If you must shoulder your sins, then question your actions next. Only you can decide how to face the tragedies of the past. Priest is right again. Problem isn't that Shinji was a master, or that the Tao and Tosaka family are mages, or that the Ainsburns are obsessed with the Holy Grail. What matters is the choices I make. What is this, a choose-your-own-adventure? I'm going home. Take care of her. stand up to leave the chapel. Saber's waiting for me outside, and now that I know the woman will be all right, I have no reason to stay here. A moment, Shiro Emiya. Allow me to offer a word of advice. What now? I already said no more lectures. It will not take long. I've already gone through the trouble of healing your charge in the middle of the night, so consider this your fee and listen. Can't argue with that. Fine. Go back to face the priest. I'll listen to your ramblings. Not that close! I neglected to mention something today. The Ironsburns have survived for the last millennium in pursuit of their wish. It's quite a monumental feat, and you were only right to feel daunted by it. This is why I can't deal with this guy. I haven't even said anything and he hits me right where I'm most uncertain. You're so annoying. Are you still going on about that? That is not my point, angsty teen boy. I'm merely saying you needn't overly concern yourself with it. It isn't anything extraordinary. It is quite common circumstances in this war, actually. The Holy Grail War is a crystallization of man's feat and blessings. One need not feel guilt for joining the war, nor killing over it. All humans have their respective wishes and compete to fulfill them. That is what life is about. Whether great or small, we all share in this underlying principle. I doubt you will ever find an exception to this rule. Of course, success and failure are a different matter. While we all live in pursuit of our objectives, we all meet our end without ever reaching our goals. All things have an order to them. Yeah, I know I had to do Fate, then Unlimited Blade Works before I can get to Heaven's Feel. I know how order works. A wish can only be fulfilled through sufficient effort and resources. We call that accumulated vain effort life. The Holy Grail simply abridges that necessary effort. And the Holy Grail War is a mortal battle to simplify the human way of life. In other words, it's nothing special. 7 Masters are simply attempting to take the shortest path to achieve something that would otherwise have taken their entire lives to do. But there is nothing else particularly extraordinary about it. It is utterly human for people to crush others' wishes, to make their own come true. The Holy Grail is no different from life itself. You should simply do as you desire and win without troubling yourself. The priest's tone is pleasant. To him, there's no difference between noble and mundane wishes. He doesn't judge the quality of anyone's desire, and he says I should just follow my heart, trample on everyone else. Can't tell if he's being sarcastic. What I hear loud and clear is his very serious declaration that even a half-baked master like me can find some meaning in war. Hell must have frozen over if you're worried about me. Oh, I simply told you not to worry. After all, I would be a failure as a priest if I'd added to my flock's troubles instead of lifting them away. You're a piece of work. If Tosaga heard that, she'd say he's always been a failure. I never asked for that. You were around, fake priest. Yes. Do fail to learn your lesson, and come again. I snort and turn my heel and march out of the church. This time I really do leave, announcing it with super loud and forceful footsteps. See, I'm totally leaving this time. You're not my dad. My dad's dead. Saber waiting for me outside the church. Come to think of it, my daytime visit kind of went exactly like this. Saber patiently waiting for me in the frigid winter night. Guess that must be how the master-servant dynamic thing goes. Hope I can repay her. It's going to be alright. It's all thanks to you, Saber. I require no thanks. You are the one who saved that woman, Shiro. I merely accepted your decision. Ugh. Gives me a surprisingly kind expression. That's not true. You saved her. I never would have made it in time. She let Soak and Matau get away just to help a victim. If we stopped the old man from leaving, then there would just be another fight, and the woman in critical condition probably wouldn't have made... come on, we could have taken down that old man in like one swing. It would have taken like an extra 10 seconds. We could have killed him. Saber must have had it in her mind when she let Salkin go. What is it, Shiro? You're smiling for no reason. Oh, there's a good reason. Glad you lived up to the first impressions. Thank you, Saber. I'm happy you went along with my stupid order. Speak nothing of it. I would never defy your... Really now. I seem to recall you calling me naive and soft. Please don't call a guy soft. We'll have that discussion later in a different round. But saying that I don't know what war is like... Saber, your face said that you do your best to cooperate. You changed the plan if the situation called for it. No, I wasn't. I simply said I wouldn't prioritize my decisions if you were in danger. Don't give me that tone, Shiro. Saber grunts in indignance. Her pouty face is so similar, yet so different the way she acts. I can't help but smile. Oh, pouty Saber. Shiro, it appears you need a lesson in manners. And you'd better teach me once you get the chance. But more importantly, we should end this war. Shiro? Unlike you, I don't need the Holy Grail. I'm good. I was just thinking that, we'd end the war, give the Grail to you if we survive. I wasn't confident that my half-hearted convictions made me good enough to be your partner, Saber. I see. And now, you engaged in battle of your own accord. Have you had a change of heart? No, I haven't had the Phantom Thief steal my heart yet. That's a different crossover. Not in the least. I still don't accept the Holy Grail War, but I'll fight until the end. I don't have a wish for the Holy Grail unlike the others, but my objective has always been to protect other people, to do what's right. It doesn't mean I think any less of the others. They all have their own reasons for fighting. Some have been after the Holy Grail for 500 years or even 1,000. I see. Yes, that does make sense. Then allow me to swear an oath to you. As long as you are worthy of my servant, I swear to be your sword. Remain true to yourself, Shiro, and I will never betray you. She's gonna betray us this route, isn't she? Yeah, I'll do my best, Saber. Hey, if that's how we get the bad end, we just out of nowhere decide to choke out Shinji and Saber decides that goes against our principles, it's fine. I'll take that death. Starry sky reminds me of a frozen lake. It's so beautiful. I will never betray you. I gaze up at the night sky so far removed from the surface and from tonight's events. Under that same sky, she made a promise to me as if it were just the most natural thing in the world. I need to do everything I can to live up to that trust. Stay true to the person she thinks I am. At the very least, I hope I can look back on the path one day without any regrets. We got through day 4? Yeah, we finished day frickin' 4. Let us keep going, shall we? Let's see if we get any breakfast antics. Oh, this chapter's called Omen. I'm sure that doesn't mean anything. It's going to be a happy-go-lucky chapter. Yep, everything's going to be super normal. Nothing bad will ever happen again. No shot. Just want to look at that? All right. We didn't get a heart. No, we're going to get a bad end. Light pours in through my closed eyes. It announces the coming of morning. I roll over in bed, turning away from the light. Oh, I'm still sleepy. Judging by how cold it feels outside, it must be around 5:30 a.m. Went to bed late last night, and by the time Saber and I returned to the church and I sent her off to sleep in her guest room, oh, it was already after 3 a.m. I don't think 2 hours of sleep is enough, not to mention I ran myself ragged yesterday. I can get another 30 minutes, please. Personal space! It's right next to my futon. Next to me, in other words, someone is kneeling there, incredibly out of place. Somehow it reminds me of a person. Saber! We got our breakfast antics. Yes, what is it, Shiro? What are you doing in my face? I gave you a guest room! I jolt up and get out of the futon, but I stop before my lower half leaves the covers. Guys, we have stuff to deal with in the morning. Please, back off, Saber. For your own sake, please, just please, mainly for my sake, please. I don't want to deal with this. I object. You did show me to another room, but it is too far away. It would be more appropriate for me to remain nearby to protect you. Hold on! Just get away from me! Back up! Please! 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 Oh! Oh no! Oh, oh Saber, if you won't, then I will! I start rolling away! Still wrapped up in my sheets like a spring roll. Yay! Visual novel morning antics. Huh? Saber is watching me curiously. Doesn't she know that I'm a healthy young teenager? I get nervous when she's close to me, but having her kneel next to me first thing in the morning kind of doomed my brain cells. It is an ambush guaranteed to wipe out all the brave soldiers in my frontal lobe. Shiro, may I continue? Do you want to stay in my room? Yes, we should rest in the same room so we can be ready to defend you at any moment. This home has an excellent bounded field, but it functions only as an intruder alarm. It will not protect you from attack. Saber's correct, but please consider my mental fortitude. Please. If she sleeps in the same room as me, I'm going to lose my sanity before I lose my life to an enemy. She's too pretty a girl. Besides, I can't stay with you 24/7. We need to draw boundaries. Oh, I have to go to school today. Sadly, there is not a school uniform variant of you, Saber, so you have to stay here. Please leave right now. Right now! What is wrong, Shiro? You suddenly look pale, as though all the blood has rushed from your face to elsewhere in your body. I have learned that whenever you make a face like that, you are about to suggest something inadvisable. She's sharp. Saber eyes me suspiciously. Loyalty out nowhere to be seen. Something I forgot to tell you. I take a seat opposite of her with all the pillows and blankets still in my lap. Can I convince her to let me go to school by myself? Her gaze is unrelenting. My knife rhythmically chops the tofu. Saber is sitting in a dignified Sisyphus posture. She Angie. Oh, she Angie. She's staring intently at my face, even if her eyes are closed. I can tell she's staring. Going to school like you usually do. We haven't seen eye to eye since I suggested this. Saber is against it, of course. She says it's too dangerous to let her master go alone, but I kind of have my own life to worry about. Fujini is gonna get suspicious if I miss class, even though kind of by the end of the other branches we did not care about that at all. I'll never know what's happening outside if I stay cooped up at home. Besides, we might tip off the other masters if Saber goes outside. I think it's worth going out all by myself to scout out the terrain. I mean, Masters aren't supposed to fight in public, so it should be safe. As long as I stay in places with lots of people, no way they attack me. Saber disagreed, saying it was not a guarantee. And to be honest, I lost my temper at over how overprotective she's being, and stubbornly insist on going to school, and that's where we are now. Saber's gaze is painful because she is still very angry. Lesson of the day. She knows how to hold a grudge, and she is pretty emotional about it too. So she is a handful. I'd better be careful not to get any shouting matches with her in the future. So hard-headed. What did you just say, Shiro? Nothing, just talking to myself. I mean, the tofu is super hard today. Thank goodness she doesn't have super hearing. Although maybe she actually does. It is too sharp. Not the sort of person you want to have a Cold War with. Oh, that time already. Doorbell rings and I hear the front door. Sakura announces herself a second later. I lost 30 minutes arguing with Saber. Still, mostly finished with breakfast. I thought about making a sandwich to make Saber happy, but she did not look like she was in the mood. Japanese people eat rice. I resist. That feels just like a weird sentence. It's like, Japanese people eat rice. Alright. I resist the violence of her gaze by making her follow the old adage, when in Rome. Good morning, senpai. Are you already finished making breakfast? Yeah, I just finished cleaning up. Good morning, Sakura. Fujini should be here soon, so help me set the table. I'm so glad that nothing bad or tragic is going to happen to you, and your brother is going to probably live a happy life, and your grandpa is going to go be old and stuff, and you're going to be happy and healthy. Everything's going to work out great for you, Sakura. Okay, I'll help. Sakura sets her bag down in the living room and greets Saber. Good morning, Saber. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, the room is quite new to me, but I've gotten accustomed to the house. Oh, they're talking. Didn't yesterday, but at least Sakura seems to have accepted her. That's good. Thank you for waiting, senpai. How do you want me to set the table? You don't have to be an inch away from my face to set the table, Sakura. 1 big plate, 4 small plates for each of us. Salad's ready, so go ahead and dress it however you want. Oh, alright, wow. Oh, we're having German potato salad today? You're really going out with a Western breakfast. As she expresses her surprise, Sakura scoops up a large serving of potato salad on a big plate and garnishes it. What makes a potato salad a German potato salad? I'm curious enough to want to know this weird question. German potato salad. Authentic German potato salad. Da-da-da. Unlike mayonnaise-based American potato salad, German potato salad is tossed in vinegar-based dressing with bacon dribblings. Yeah, that sounds like a bajillion times better than like, I despise, like, I guess American potato salad, but oh my goodness, German potato salad sounds really good. Oh, I'm all in on that. I'd like to object that the only Western part about the meal is the salad, though. I'd like to further point out that this is not a concession to Saber. I just felt like making potato salad. Oh, that smells nice. May I have a taste? Sure, but it's hot and maybe a little sweet. Just like you. Oh. Sakura uses a pair of long frying chopsticks to sample the potatoes. Oh, that really is sweet. Oh, that doesn't come from the onions, does it? She licks her lip as she considers the recipe. Watching her, I'm surprised. I've seen Sakura taste test food plenty of times, but from this close, she was always this charming?
Oh, it's good, Senpai. Oh, I like how you seasoned it. She must be fond of it because she's enthusiastically scooping potatoes on a big plate. That's the usual Sakura. I'm relieved to feel my surprise draining away. Sakura. What is it? She's the same old Sakura. Even though she has a creepy, probably evil grandpa and a definitely evil brother, she's still the sweetest. She's no different than she was yesterday. Shinji. I did stop short of asking what happened after he went home last night. Shinji has a grudge against me for yesterday. I doubt he would have let Sakura come over. Shinji may be a master belonging to a family of mages, but that has nothing to do with Sakura. I will not let her be pulled into this war. I'm still worried. Something happens that causes Shinji to dump on Sakura all the Matao family affairs, the Grail War, and the fight between the Masters. I want to get involved. I have to prevent that no matter what. Never mind. Okay? By the way, please don't talk about my brother today. He was acting off last night. I think he's in a bad mood, so he might say something weird to you. Yeah, I might choke him out. I mean, I might say something weird to him, too. Need to make sure Sakura does not know what happened. Know why Shinji's acting that way, of course. He went off the rails last night. He lost his status as a master, and his grandfather berated him. And considering Shinji's personality, he must really be at me. Sakura doesn't know anything. She's ignorant of her brother's situation and her family's secrets. Is it safe for her to keep living with Shinji? Yes! Let the sleepover happen! We need the sleepover arc. Let this just... Heaven's Feel is just going to be a super duper happy arc of all the girls coming over for a sleepover and Shiro being very awkward in the morning as they each awkwardly enter his room and wake him up in the morning. And he rolls up, and it's going to be silly fun antics. That's the rest of this route. Shinji hasn't given up. I can't rule out the chances he might do something awful to his sister. Senpai, I'm sorry for causing you trouble early in the morning. Silly. Don't say that. You aren't any trouble. Silly Billy. I'm the one causing trouble for you. Should have foreseen this after fighting Shinji. Need to think to come up with a way that Sakura can keep living her life. To find a way to let her keep smiling like she always has. Breakfast ends in a gloomy mood. Don't know why, but Fujini never showed... I swear if something bad happens to Fujini already in this route. Don't do this to me, game. Sakura ate in silence the whole time. Saber's always been stoic, and I'm not exactly talkative. Clear up quickly after breakfast, and Sakura leaves 40 minutes early for morning practice. I'll be going now, Senpai. Sakura forces a smile and puts on her shoes. Yeah, don't be too hard on yourself at the club. I know you've been pushing yourself because you haven't been feeling well, but just go through the motions and have a tea in the back. If Mitsuzuri has a problem with it, just tell her it's a favor to me. Okay, the captain will be happy to hear that. Front door slides open with a clatter as Sakura bows and turns to leave. All of a sudden, she arose with a clatter. I swear, I think this is the second time I have ever heard clatter outside of the Christmas poem. Turns to leave and runs smack into the door. Dang it, Sakura. Hey, this is a good sign. If she's doing klutzy things, that just means this is going to turn full-on rom-com. Heaven's Feel is not a traumatic arc whatsoever. It just is going to turn 100% rom-com. Next, she just needs to turn around with a piece of toast in her mouth and fall right into us.
Sakura! Ow! She holds her nose, moaning. Are you okay? Is your nose bleeding? I'm okay. I'll die of embarrassment if you saw that I got a nosebleed. Sakura stands up unsteadily. Surely that accident happens because she wasn't paying attention. Right? Why are we having sinister undertones over her smacking her face into a wall? Are you sure you're feeling alright? It looked more like you fainted, rather than just running into the door. If you're feeling dizzy today, then... That's not what happened. I just wasn't paying attention. I'm so embarrassed. I'll be going ahead, Senpai. I'll let Miss Fujimura know that breakfast was delicious. Sakura leaves without further incident, trying to downplay my worries. She does look full of energy. If she's tired, maybe it's mental rather than physical fatigue. There's still Shinji to deal with. Can't just let things stay like this. I say that, but I don't have a clear solution. I can't consult Saber about this, nor can I just tell Sakura the truth. And Fujini is completely out of... No! Tell Fujini the truth! Tell Fujini everything! She's our rock. We need Fujini. If only there was someone who goes to the same school as me, who I could ask for advice, who knows about the Holy Grail War. Too bad our school doesn't have one of those. As if someone that convenient would just walk up to me at school. Huh. He walks up to me in 3, 2, 1. Dang it. I go up the stairs. I managed to get Saber to stay at home. Oh, my head is a little bit foggy. Dang it, I missed it by like 5 seconds. Dang it. Is she about to shoot us? Emiya? Oh. Oh, there she is. Lucky the one person I could ask about suddenly strolls right up to me. Yeah. You. Yeah, do you take me for a pushover? Osaka calls out to me. Maybe she has business with me too. Oh, this is good luck. Consult her about Sakura. Consult her about Shinji. Run far away. I do like running. I legitimately don't know what to do here. I like all these options. You missed almost the entire day if you run. Shiro does not have... Shiro does not smell danger right now. Based on, like, those lines, I don't think he smells danger. So, like, legitimately, I was not going to pick that last one. Consult her about Shinji. Consult her about Sakura. I did want to look at the flip chart. Okay. Talk to her about Sakura. It's because we are super concerned about her. We're very worried about her. Will Rin give us advice on how to help her? Because, like, if we talk to her about Sakura, I feel like consulting her about Sakura also has to consult her about Shinji. I think that is where Shiro's head is at. He's worried about Shinji from the perspective of Sakura. So I think we lean towards that option. Now, if this were 100% me, I would be like, hey, Shinji is taken care of. He was a master. He's out. Don't kill him. He's my kill. Me playing this game would want that, but I know I'm to... Obviously, the game's not going to go in that direction. The game doesn't like me doesn't want me to be happy. So I think we consult her about Sakura. I think that's the right answer. Fine. If you want to sell things now, let's go. I cannot believe you came to school without your servant. Sorry, I'm begging you, Tosaka. Please give me your advice. I close in on Tosaka until I get her backed up against... Finally, for once, this entire game, we have random people just getting up in our personal space. For once, we're the person to make the first move and get in someone else's personal space. We are the one making them awkward. I knew it had to happen eventually. Given the subject matter, I can't let the students around us hear. Hold on. What are you thinking? I was just putting you on. There are a lot of people still around. Please, you're the only one I can count on. I don't know how to stop her from getting sucked up in the Holy Grail War. You know this stuff, so you think of a way to protect her. Osaka stares at me for a moment, flabbergasted. Wait. Sorry, you had such perfect timing, I kind of lost my cool. My bad. Okay, so, Sakura's this first year I know, and, like, oh, okay, like, she's super cute, and she's super awesome, and, like, she comes and hangs out with me a lot, and, like, I don't want to jinx it, but maybe there's a thing, but, well, not say anything, but it's just, like, I feel like she's going to get mixed up in this Holy Grail War. I kind of want to do something about it, but I do not have any good ideas whatsoever. I never have good ideas to begin with, and I also just... I don't need your excuses. Back off, dude. Homeroom's about to start. Ah, my bad, I didn't realize. I scramble back from Tosaka. Belatedly, I come to my senses, and my cheeks go beet red. What was I thinking, cornering her against a wall like that? Sorry, I know it was pushing it, but hear me out. No, we got to make someone else awkward for once. This is like the biggest victory we've had. This is a bigger victory than one-hit KOing Ryder. Need my advice? Fine, I'll listen. Really? Thanks, Tosaka. Did you really expect me to say no when you're making a face like you'd die if I turned you down? Fine, the roof. Lunchtime. We'll talk then. Sokka turns on her heels and goes upstairs. I stare at her in shock for a moment when... Hey, stupid, you're going to be late if you don't get going. Leaves me with those words in a very pouty tone. Hey! Don't have to deal with any bombs, I hope. Surely no chance we have to deal with bombs in this route, with Ryder already dead and gone. I hurry to my classroom. Still 3 minutes before homeroom, and Fujini isn't here yet. We accidentally got our Rin point. No, I don't care about Rin points. Rin's dumb. Why isn't Taiga here yet? Taiga didn't come to our house for breakfast. Taiga isn't in class yet. What are the differences in the timeline that would cause that in particular? The big obvious one is, and I swear if this is true, Shinji is so devastated after his defeat, he decides to get revenge. And he gets revenge by going after Fujini. Why wouldn't he go after Sakura? Maybe his grandfather would get mad if he full-on went after Sakura. If Shinji hurt Taiga, oh, I will be so mad if the game does not give me the option to hurt him. Shinji's desk is empty. It's gonna be tough to face him after yesterday, but I was hoping to talk to him. If he's absent, though, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, I just need to look at the flowchart again. What are the things that what happened in the other route on day 3/day 4 on February the 3rd? Shenanigans that didn't really lead into anything. Shenanigans, basically. So this is the first time this day has had a significant thing happen, and it led to Fujini not being here. I think it has to be shit. He's absent, there's nothing I can do about that. Going to the Mattel house would just provoke him, so I need to think of another way that it's not going to involve Sakura. Huh? There's another empty seat. Isai? What? Wow, never thought I'd see that guy miss a class. Is Shinji... Maybe not Shinji. It could be the grandfather. So, someone in the Mattel family is... I'm already getting paranoid. Someone in the Mattels is going after people we care about that we're close to. Put my bag down at my desk and get ready for homeroom. Oh, thank goodness she's not dead. Oh! Oh! Oh, thank frickin' goodness. Oh! My heart. This path has me so paranoid. Oh. Ah! Thank you for waiting. How do you like my new record? She's late for class every day, but she's not late for breakfast every day. Fujini arrives before the bell. Oh, she arrived before the bell. That's unusual. Huh. Thought maybe she overslept since she didn't come over for breakfast, but I guess she's as chipper as ever. I would have loved to give her my German potato salad. Bell announces the start of lunch break. Make a mad dash out of the classroom, buy a sweet green paste bun and tea from the cafeteria on the ground floor, and then take the nearest flight of stairs to the roof. I fight through the flood of students. My heart is pounding in my chest. First period was fine, second period it was going up, third period was like a run, and now fourth is the tempo is frantic. This is where I admit that I am super nervous. I'm grateful for Tosaka giving me her time, but it kind of feels like an afterthought. Thinking about it rationally, it is crazy that the Rin Tosaka is meeting up with me for lunch. She's the school idol and the star student. Oh no. Calm down, you idiot. I try to steady my wild breathing as I run up the stairs. This is big. Don't blow your shot. Even if we're both masters now, Tosaka's still Tosaka, so I don't want to be late for our meetup. I am the one who suggested we meet, and it'd be really lame if I wasn't ahead of her, confidently waiting. Alright, go to the roof. Look super duper cool, look super duper confident. Ah, dang it, she beat me. Tosaka! You're late, Emiya. There are some walls that we plebeian can never overcome, no matter how hard we try. You wanted to talk, I'd rather not stand. Let's just sit down. Osaka moves into the shadow of the water tower without waiting for me. Right. Even if something else comes up to the roof, they won't see us there, and it blocks the wind, too. Let's hear the details, then. What's this about the first year soccer and what happened? Right. It's a long story. Hope that's alright. Try to make it brief. Lunchtime isn't long. Okay. Not exactly spacious here, but I'm only getting more nervous. Okay, how do I recap the first hour of this stream, and probably a little bit earlier than that? Osaka's gone out of her way to be here. Keep it simple. Sakura Matao is the first year that I've known for a while, and her big brother Shinji and I are bestest friends in this freaking world, and we go back a long way too. Long story short, fought Shinji last night. He's a master. Shinji's a master? Really?
Yeah, his grandpa Zalkin told me, so I'm super sure of that, and he said that the Mattel family have always been mages. Did you know that? Of course, you're the only mage in town that I didn't know about, as far as you know. That can't be right. Shinji, he isn't a mage. He lacks the bare minimum of magic circuits to be a spellcaster. Zoken told me that. But that only means he can't be a mage. I think the conditions to be a master are different. I'm not that different from Shinji. We shouldn't assume that someone can't be a master just because they aren't a mage. I see. So did you beat Shinji? Yeah, Saber beat a servant down in like one hit. It was kind of a little bit underwhelming. Didn't even get to know her name. Would have liked to. She was also super cute, kinda. But whatever. His command spell book is all burned up and he ain't a master anymore. But I didn't think he's given up yet. I mean, Sakura lives at his house even though things are really dangerous right now. Zoken told me that only the chosen heir can inherit the magecraft stuff, and Sakura was raised without knowing any of that stuff, so she doesn't know what Shinji's been up to. And if that stays true, then Sakura should be able to live her life without ever getting involved in all this. That's right. So what makes you think Sakura's in danger? I told you Shinji is unstable, and the game wouldn't let me kill him. Sakura lives with him. There is no guarantee she won't get mixed up in all this. That's why, you want to settle this before she does, right? You're right to think that, but it's impossible for you. There's a matter of Ryudao Temple, and I have a bad feeling about the other masters. This war's going to drag on a lot longer than I thought. Did you think this would last like 3 days? Because it's going to last approximately 15. Yeah, Shinji forfeiting his master and exiting the war would be the best outcome, but it is not realistic for me to just hope for that. Next best option would be to separate Sakura from Shinji, but... So there's only one thing left to do. If you don't want the Sakura girl to get involved, then you can just take her under your protection. Well, I thought about that, but I'm a master too. He's in danger in my house, and Shinji's not going to like that. Sakura's sure to be upset at me if I suddenly tell her to move in too. I mean, like, I feel like we should at least, like, go out on a date before I ask her to move in with me. Like, I feel like I need, like, a lot more heart points before I can do that with a girl. You're so oblivious, Emiya. Huh? Nothing. May as well ask her. Protecting Sakura from Shinji is the same as protecting her from the other masters. That just means you should pick a solution you can do yourself, right? If this Sakura girl, whoever she is so important to you, that is. Osaka's words strike a chord somehow. It's like getting punched in the head. Ain't that a kick in the head? You're right. It makes sense. I should just ask Sakura herself instead of worrying about how she might feel. That's right. Do you think she'd go cook for some guy she doesn't like? Sakura already relies on you. You should be more forward with her. When did I tell you that Sakura comes over to cook? Yeah, you did. Back when it started, you said that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. I'm not stalking you or anything. Shut up. Don't sweat the details, all right? Sakura shoots back at my simple question with a raging flurry of retorts. Okay. I don't remember exactly, but sure, I'll believe you. I'll take you at your word. Ever since that night, I have become painfully aware of how much of an act she puts on during school. Okay. Thanks. Really did me a solid, Sokka. I was just getting hung up on everything, and it would have taken me a lot longer to make up my mind. Well, help both of you. Just when I thought you were being honest, you're bragging that you would have come to the same conclusion on your own. Osaka smirks. What a surprise attack with a smile. That's not what I meant. I was still going to ask Sakura to stay over tomorrow if she's feeling down. Oh, you're as red as a tomato too. You're such a bad liar. Are you the type that likes to act all cool and mature when you're actually just pure and innocent inside? I am not cool and mature. Wait. I mean, I'm not pure and innocent. Shut up. But what about you? I thought you were supposed to be some superstar student, but you're a bully. That's rude. I pick my targets, you know. I only go after people I enjoy teasing. Ah! Now, it's chilly. Why don't you come a little closer? The wind must feel so cold over there. Why? I'm sorry I bullied you a little bit in the hallway accidentally. Why? Too close. Knock it off. If you want to fight, you got one, demon. Overwhelmed, I shy away. I am in trouble. Being this close to her was bad enough that was nearly a mortal blow. The more I'm around Tosaka, the more I feel like someone I can talk to, but I've also come to realize that the girl I admired is someone I cannot let my guard down around. I could handle it if that was the extent of our relationship, but that was too much. I can't ignore her beautiful hair, her delicate features, the soft lines of her body as she gets this close to me. My formerly pounding heart is on the verge of exploding. Again. I hate to admit it, but Tosaka's really pretty. Even though she's turned out to be different from how I imagined once I got to know her personally, it doesn't change the fact I admire her. Anyway, thanks. That's all I had to ask. I'll listen to you next. I don't have anything to say to you. I'm just here to bully you. Weren't you trying to tell me something this morning? I wasn't paying attention, but you seem to be in a bad mood. Oh, forget about it. I was thinking about shooting you in the head. What was that? I did have business with you, but don't feel like bringing it up anymore. You kind of threw me for a loop. Threw you for a loop? What do you mean? Just the way you are. Anyway, while we're here, I'll share some intel with you. You heard about the unexplained comas that happened around town, right? It's the work of a servant, and its master is at the Ryodao Temple. You did mention Ryodao Temple. I remember that. Yeah, they're tricky, so be super careful if you go after them. Even if they haven't killed anyone, they've been indiscriminately attacking people. I'd like to crush them since they're kind of getting stronger by the day, but Archer's still healing thanks to a certain wound from a certain somebody. No matter how much energy they saved up, there's only so much they can do with it, so I'm going to sit back and wait for now. So there's a master in Ryodao Temple. Saka must be doing everything she can to stay in the fight without Archer. Well, looks like you owe me one, Emiya. I told you information you didn't know after all. The star student of Hamurahara High. I feel like that's the first time we've actually mentioned the name of the high school for frickin' ever. It strikes a sense of foreboding, like in me like a snake licking its lips before a frog. So what? I told you about Shinji. It was a fair trade. We're even. But I gave you advice on Sakura, didn't I? Was that the thank you earlier just lip service? She's a devil. Don't be fooled. Everyone, Tosaka is out to ruin the peace and quiet of school. Evil lady. Now then, what should I take from you in return? I'm sure you know that deals between mages are founded on equivalent exchange. I thought that was Full Metal Alchemist. The old man did mention that. He was a Full Metal Alchemist fan too, although he didn't get to see Brotherhood, kinda died before that. I stare at my hands. This is all I have on me right now. Do you get it now? If you don't have any equally valuable information to give me, I'm going to have to demand sabers. I have no choice. You haven't had lunch yet. Here's half of mine. I take my sweet one out of the wrapper and tear it in half. It's a painful sacrifice. But to prove I'm a man of my word, I offer her my entire can of tea, too. What? Emiya! Come on. Eat up. The cafeteria and takeout counters are closed now, so you should at least get something in your tummy. I put the bun in Tosaka's hand. And
Merlin is ready to leave. I'm glad you've enjoyed your nap. It seems I've arranged my bed in a way that Merlin really likes sleeping on now. He hasn't been very bed sleeping in a while. But, hey, guess I'm glad you're happy, kitty. Meow, meow, indeed. Bye.
Stretch out. Body sucks. Erg.
Maybe she doesn't like sweet green pea filling. Sokka stares at me for a second. That does sound delicious, actually. Like, I've tried, like, some steam buns before, and, like, I've never quite really liked it, but it's like, sweet green pea filling. I'm interested. Thanks, don't mind if I do. Takes a bite out of it. After school, the campus dies down. The classroom's empty, and with the students either going home or to their respective clubs, the baby spiders scatter from their nest. Why would we talk about that? Okay, better get home early, or Saber is going to murder me. Need to mentally prepare to have Sakura stay over too. Do my dinner shopping first, and then break the news to Sakura once she comes back from club practice. Do we want to tell her before she comes over so, like, maybe she can pack a suitcase or something? Or is she going to wear our clothes? Let's see. What should I make tonight? Arms folded, I pause and think in front of Toyetsu, the local supermarket. If I want Sakura to stay over, I'm going to have to convince Fujimi, meaning I should think of a way to make them both happy. I splurged pretty hard yesterday. I am taking time off of work for all this, war. Plus there's another mouth to feed, so budget is going to be a little tight. Still, I can make an exception this month. I do have savings, and I can't fight the Holy Grail War if I'm worried about living expenses. I can just think of it as a way to prepare Sakura for everything she's done. No, I needed a choice. I wanted to choose what fancy things we were going to get. Now! And there. Bag full of junk, I leave Toyetsu. Usually I'm against overspending, though in this case the bounty was good. Got my hands on some high-grade cod, which would do well in a stew. That should make Fujini happy. While walking home in high spirits, I stop in my tracks. Huh? Something's pulling on my clothes from behind me. Huh? I turn around curiously. Run away! Yeah, we should do the runaway thing. Yeah. We are super hosed. I'm met by the sight of a young girl with silver hair. Ah! I leap backwards with a yelp. The girl just watches as I panic. What the heck? She doesn't seem hostile, let alone murderous. Instead, she says, I'm glad you're alive, big brother. She beams at me with genuine joy. Aha! There's no mistaking that this is Berserker's master. He commands the monster that nearly tore me in half with a single slash. She's from an ancient magical lineage that founded the whole Holy Grail War. One that my old man Kiritsugu betrayed. Ew. But what's she doing out here in the middle of the day? With Father Konomina's words still in my mind, she's not just a stranger, I guess. That's why without thinking, I murmur. Ilya? Hi, Ilya. Whoa, what up? Huh? Without knowing the significance of it, I blurted out the girl's name. Oh yeah, she told us her name, right? No, I mean, Ilya, yeah, you're Ilshavel. Sorry, I got your name wrong. My bad. I bow out of reflex. Doesn't matter whether she's Berserker's master or daughter of the Idensburns or whatever the heck. I just can't leave her alone when she looks like she's about to cry. What? I wouldn't say that's an about to cry sprite. Didn't mean anything bad. I just thought of your name, and I'm gonna awkwardly walk that away later.
What's your name?
Huh?
Tell me your name. It isn't fair that only you know mine.
Oh yeah, that's right. It kind of cut me open in half before I could do the whole name exchange. Although that's on her. She was rude. Yosabel introduced herself before, but still haven't told her my name. I'm Shiro. Shiro Emiya.
Zero Amelia. That's a weird name.
Oh, that's wrong. That doesn't sound like a Western name. You pronounce it Shiro Emiya. Emiya. Just call me Shiro if it's easier that way for you. Not really think about it. I have corrected the girl's lilted pronunciation. I even wag my finger at her, which makes her blink in Yes, let's wag our finger at the murder crazy child. By the time I realize how blunt I am being, it is too late. Once again, she looks like she's about... Shiro, do you know how to read faces? Are you actually a sociopath, Shiro? I guess it would explain why he's best friends with Shinji.
Shiro. Okay, I like that. It's simple, but it has a nice ring to it. Shiro suits you. I'll let you off for being rude earlier.
Suddenly she grabs my arm. Wait, hold on. Isabel, what are you doing?
It's okay. You can keep calling me Ilya, Shiro. I'll call you Shiro, so we're even.
Sure, that's easier. Wait. I try to shake Ilya off my alarm, but she just squeals. Oh, no. At this rate, the neighborhood mother hens are gonna gossip. Oh, come on. What are you after? We're not cursing in front of the child. Are you trying to hunt me down in broad daylight? I finally wrenched my arm out of her grasp. Ilya's looking unhappy. Why? Don't look at me like that. I don't know what you're doing here. I'm a master, too. Ilya shoots a glance down at my shopping bag. But she also keeps looking at me. Ilya?
Yes, what is it, Shiro?
She's not how I imagined. And by imagined, I mean how she literally was like 2 days ago. She laughed back then too, but the feeling behind it was different, like... Ilya, did you not come here to fight?
Why? Do you want me to kill you?
Nah. Her gaze is enough of my hairs are standing on end. No matter how young she looks, the girl is the strongest master. She might be giggling innocently one second and become ruthless the next.
I don't understand, but I'm fine with it. That's what you want. It'll just move up my schedule a little. Would you like to die here with Saber?
Stop joking. No, I don't want to die. I don't want to fight here.
Right. Masters aren't supposed to fight when it's light out. You didn't bring Saber with you. And I didn't bring Berserker either.
Oh yeah, so what are you doing here? You just here by coincidence? Are you stalking me? What? Please just be honest.
Not by chance.
I snuck away from Sela, and I came here to meet you. You should be honored.
I think I'm getting dizzy. Just when I thought she was a serious master mode, she goes back to being a weird, innocent child. I have no idea which side is the real Ilya. Fine, you're here to see me. People can't be complex. People can't have both a murder and a nice side to them. But you're not here to fight. Is that really okay?
Yes, I'm here to talk to you, Shiro. You'll at least do that right. I've been waiting such a long time.
Alright. Don't know what she means by at least, but apparently she's just here to talk.
Or do you not want to talk? If not, I will go home. I don't want to, but I don't like forcing people to do things.
Wanted to check something. Okay. Now, I was going to see if something had happened. What was the day in Blade Works where we ran into... Okay, we ran into the random maid on the 7th, on day 8. Okay. I'm just trying to match up the days when we ran into Ilya. But we did not run into Ilya on this day in Fate. When was the first Ilya day in Fate? Okay, I guess the first Ilya day was also day 8. Okay. Ilya gazes up into my eyes. Erg. As a master, it's dangerous to stay here with Ilya any longer, and if Saber were here, I am sure she would be vehemently against this. But I can't leave when she's looking at me like that. What's heedless, haphazard, and half-cocked, but... Not against talking to you, Ilya. To be honest, I wanted to meet you too, you know, without the murderer or disemboweling.
Yay! Then come this way. I found a small park.
As soon as I agree, Ilya starts running, practically dancing.
Come on, hurry, or I will leave you behind, Shiro.
I guess whatever happens, happens. My fish better not go bad. If my fish goes bad, I will never forgive Ilya. It's Ilya and Sakura's shared route, so we're running to her much earlier. Ilya called me Shiro, since I should deal with her in kind, not as a master, but I guess as a regular girl. No one else in the park. Not in the sandbox, nor on the swings. Kinda feels lonely, and I sit down on the bench with Ilya. We must look like a weird pair. Ilya's clearly not my sister since she is obviously foreign, but we have too much of an age gap to look like friends. So, what you want to talk about, Ilya? Must have something to ask me. Has it ever been actually confirmed what Ilya's age is? Like, we know that she looks like she's probably somewhere, probably between, like, 11 and, I don't know, 13, 14 based on looks alone. But it is anime. She could be like a 3,000-year-old dragon. But no, she... According to what I don't know if we know it in this timeline, but Ilya's age has not been said. So, I don't remember if it's 100% confirmed if Kiritsugu is Ilya's father, or if that's just my headcanon that I'm pretty sure is right based on context clues, but... So 10 years ago, they made the deal, so she's at least 10. If Kiritsugu is her birth father, like, if he is, like, her biological father, like, it's possible he's like her, that Ilya could be very, very, very old, and that he was just, like, an adopted father. I don't know.
We'll figure stuff out.
Why? I don't have any questions for you.
Ah, well then. How am I supposed to answer that? Stupid, inscrutable little lady. Ilya, you're the one who said you wanted to talk. But now you're saying there's nothing to talk about. You don't invite someone for a chat if you don't have something to chat about.
Really? We can't talk unless it's business.
No, that's not what I... Okay, I phrased that badly. We don't need to talk about business. I prefer not to talk about business with you, because business with you means murder. Got me at a loss. I don't know you well, so I'm not sure what we should talk about. I don't know your likes, dislikes, and that goes for you too, doesn't it? Wouldn't you feel uncomfortable if I suddenly asked you about things you don't want to talk about?
Yes, maybe, but then what should I ask you? You won't get mad if I ask you anything.
Yeah, probably not. I'm the big brother. Don't call yourself Big Brother. Don't do that. You are not actually her brother. I'll try to act like a grown-up.
Okay then, Shiro. Do you like me?
What does this kid think she's asking?
You're a liar. You said you wouldn't get mad, Shiro.
Anyone would be shocked by that, stupid. You cut me in half. Literally. I'm still figuring out how I feel about that. Do I need to return the favor? Do I need to get Saber to cut you in half just so we're on even grounds? I don't like... Okay, Rin just gave me an entire speech about equivalent exchange. We need to equivalent exchange. Saber, cut open this small child. Don't murder her completely. Let her just enough so that she can heal it, but we're still figuring this out.
That's not how it happened. You're the one who ran out in front even though you are very, very weak. It wasn't my fault.
The heck it wasn't. You showed up to murder us. That's nuts. And why does it matter if I like you or not? Ilya's shoulders tremble and she goes silent. Ah, you made me say something I didn't mean. I made up my mind to forget that we're masters, and here I am putting my foot in my mouth. To be fair, super hard. I know from personally, I would have a very hard time getting over the whole cut in half thing. Ilya. See, this is a face on the verge of tears. But we didn't mention it, so I'm really starting to think Shiro's a sociopath who doesn't know what faces are.
Well, it matters to me. You're a jerk, Shiro. You're all talk. You would have died if I didn't stop him.
Ilya's shoulders shake and she stares at the ground even as she says something ominous. Ugh. Guess you got me there. I am the one who steered the conversation this way, and I am older, and Ilya is just a stupid kid. About that. I'm making my mind to decide to say it. I say... Of course, my mind, these are both the same option, but... Like, especially in this branch, in Heaven's Field, which, like, Shiro is seems more cool with, like, yeah, masters are going to really be attacking each other, and that's just a thing. Like, nothing personnel, kid, it's just war. I would say, I don't hate you. It's like, it sucks that we're kind of against each other. It's like, Shiro would absolutely feel that way. Yeah, I don't hate you. I don't really know you because we just met. I don't hate you. At least, like, I'd like to get along with you? Hypothetically?
Really?
Yeah, I never had a little sister before. That could be cool, I guess. I mean, I won't mention what happened the other night. I will try to ignore the fact that you disemboweled me. That's all I'll promise. Just can you trust me on this? I'm like way too easygoing. You should believe me on this.
Yes, if you say so, I trust you, Shiro.
Ilya tackles me when she hugs my arm again. Good grief, what's your deal? I grumble, but isn't so bad, I reassure myself. Right now, Ilya has no ill will towards me. I'm not gonna fall over from a stupid hug, and if I lose my cool here, I would be a failure as a... Lose my cool... No, we're ignoring that. We're ignoring that sentence. That sentence didn't happen. Because I'm afraid of what it's saying. As long as I got her here, I'll have an easygoing chat with her, just like she wants. Again, fish better not have gone bad. I think Ilya and I chatted for about an hour. Ilya happily listened as I talked about meaningless stuff about every day. At some point, I realized how heartbreaking this is. Ilya really is just an innocent little girl. She doesn't hesitate when it comes to being a master. So tragic that she doesn't feel any fear about fighting in a war. The magical lineage known as the Einsborn. This young girl is who they sent to carry out a 1,000-year-old obsession. If that's Ilya's objective, then Ilya, can I ask you something?
What?
Does the name Kiritsugu Emiya ring a bell? This might get super awkward super quick. We're going to go ahead and already have this conversation. All right, let's get everything out in the open immediately. Oh boy. I kind of really need to know. Time stops. It's an emotionless silence that seems to erase all the time that we just spent together.
No. I don't know anyone like that.
Okay, either she's lying or my theory's wrong, but I don't think my theory's wrong because it's just like... I thought we'd had nearly enough stuff explained to us. Did Kiritsugu have a different name? But no, Kirai knew him as Kiritsugu Emiya. Back then. Although maybe he took the name like right as the war started and maybe he had a different name when he was hanging out with the Ironsburns. I'm confused. Her silver hair sways. Ilya stands up from the bench and does a little twirl, like a little fairy.
It's almost sunset. Berserker will wake up once it's nighttime, so I should go.
Ilya bids me farewell in her childish way. I guess I should get going home too. She doesn't know anyone like that. Oh, okay, yeah. I stand up from the bench. Break time is over. The sun is setting, so we're back to being enemies. And yet, Are we gonna meet again, Ilya, without the murder? The question comes naturally from my lips.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Do you want to see me again, Shiro?
Yeah, wouldn't have asked unless I wanted to.
Okay, I will come stalk you tomorrow if I'm in the mood. Don't wait for me, though.
He runs out of the park. The pale girl stops awkwardly. I lied earlier. I do know him. Thank you for lying. Thank you for telling the truth about your lie. Wait, Ilya!
I was born to win the Holy Grail War. But my goal is to kill you and Kiritsugu.
We're just gonna keep the background music. We're not going to have like a stop in the music. That wasn't a dramatic revelation. We're just okay. That's just a normal everyday thing that someone says to you. Her footsteps fade into the evening, leaving me with that. She just leaves without looking back. I watch her go. We're not going to question that? Okay. What? What the heck, game? I'm home. Wait, is Fujini already back? I take off my shoes and enter the hallway, just going to completely ignore what was that major thing that was just said. Just gonna brush it off. No big deal. No biggie. Whatever. Not even 6 p.m., so why is the Kyuda Club advisor back so early? Welcome home, Shiro. There you are, you little nincompoop. Uh-oh. Saber greets me while seated in a polite size-up position, while Fujini is very improperly resting her face on the coffee table. She missed breakfast, but she's early for dinner. So, did you just not have a club meeting? There's a shadow of defeat in my adoptive guardian's eyes. Curious as to why, but experience tells me it's probably no big deal. Sorry I'm late. Anything weird happened while I was out, Saber? Nothing in particular. What about you, Shiro? Was there anything of note at school? Probably nothing we're going to tell you about. Nope, nothing on my end. Shinji didn't show up at school, and it was business as usual. I think we can cross him off our list of people to watch out about. And using a roundabout language, I report to Saber that there's no other master at school. Something reeks this bittersweet post-rain shower aroma. This is a 10,000 yen bill you hid on payday, but I can't remember where you put it. It is without a doubt the stench of secrets. There's the face of Fujini. Love you. She sniffs the air like a dog off the leash. I smell rusty shekels on you, Shiro. How very shady. Are you hiding something from your big sister? Oh, wow. I do not believe it. How is she this hammered so early in the day? Saber, what is happening with Fujini? The tiger doesn't get this drunk unless something crazy happened. I am not sure. I thought Tiger might be feeling out of sorts because she is hungry. Saber says something terribly cutting with such ease. That's a load of bull, Saber. You said you wanted to see my skills and then you beat me to a pulp. Fujini pounds the table. Whether out of frustration or fear, she scurries behind me and loudly boos Saber in protest. Also, she sure is acting all buddy-buddy with Saber already. Saber, did you beat up my teacher? / adopted parent? Well, I suggested that Tai get some exercise if she has free time, and it was a mock battle with bamboo swords for safety, and she consented, so you can cuss my teacher. Don't believe her lies, Shiro. Saber came at me with murder in her eyes, I can tell. I know guys with guns. She meant to kill me. I'm absolutely positively sure. She pounded me flat as soon as I let my guard down. Fujini trembles. Saber, did you concuss her? Did you fight Fujini like you meant it? She did, didn't she? Dang it, Saber. Well, I may have been a little enthusiastic. I was tired of waiting for you to come home, and Tiger's skills were greater than expected, so perhaps I acted on instinct. That is terrifying. Fujini reached an impressive 5 Dan in Kendo at her age, but Saber is on a different level. Anyway, do not go sneaking into Saber's room at night or in the morning if you value your life. Hell will be unleashed upon this world if you make a move on her. She will be wiped off the face of the earth. You will be wiped off the face of the earth and won't even have a corpse to collect. She's right about that. But I still have another problem to deal with. What do I do with Saber, who insists on sleeping in the same room as me? I'm a growing young man and I have issues with a girl like Saber sleeping in the same room. You needn't concern yourself that, Tiger. I serve at Shiro's command. I would never raise a hand against him. You're making it worse. Saber, you're making it so much worse. Oh no. You serve? What was that, Saber? Think nothing of it. More importantly, to avoid any misunderstandings, I would inform you that I will be retiring to Shiro's chambers this evening. Saber! No! No! Fujini freezes in her tracks. Oh no. Given how we're positioned and the power balance between us, she is going to do it. Fujini, actually, I've been hiding something from you since yesterday. I hear Fujini behind me. She is ignoring me. I just heard sound like a phone book being slammed onto the table. Listen to me. Saber doesn't understand Japanese. Right, Saber? No habla Japaneso. Ready? And there it is. The sensation of being put in a sleeper chokehold from behind. Fujini doesn't know how to hold back her own shame. So she is. Oh, the time for that Fujini, you win. I tap out. I'm gonna fall. Crack. Oh no. Fujini's answer is to grapple me harder in a magnificent grinding of bone and flesh. I get stop! Don't throw me! In my fading consciousness, I managed to tap Fujini's arm. However, shut up! Eat that, you lazy son! That is not how I raised you! Wha! And bad ending. Oh, I wish we got an ending right here. That would have been so good. Dang it. Oh, well. Hopefully it can at least end here and it's like, now it is day 6. I'm going down. Oh, no. Just one problem after another. Saber is trying to get me killed. She did get me killed! Dang it. Curse you, game! That... game. I appreciate that the game takes itself seriously most of the time, but, like... we deserve more joke bad endings. We need more options for just straight up joke bad endings. We needed an option right there, which leads to Fujini just murdering us. It's one of the only things this game straight up lacks. I would love to have just silly bad ends. Jeez, that was awful. My neck makes cracking noises. I feel that. Ow! Bent nearly at a right angle. I managed to get off with only bruises thanks to my training. How disappointing. I thought I could twist and let you go down into a roll, but you're heavier than I thought. It took everything I had just to throw you. Obviously, I'm not a kid anymore. Stop trying to suplex me with those skinny arms. You're gonna hurt yourself. I've learned my lesson. You two, Saber, were sleeping in adjacent rooms, not the same room. But it is to protect you, Shiro. You are protecting me enough. I would not know what to do with myself if we stayed in the same room. I'm sorry, this is the best I can do. I will die on that hill, and by I will die on that hill, Fujini will kill me on that hill. You are asking a lot.
As long as you both understand, all right. As long as you both understand, fine, it's time for dinner. I stand up and try to stretch my neck. All right, Fujini. Thinking of having Sakura stay over starting today. Is that okay? I'll put her in the guest room that we gave Saber before. Sakura is staying over. That is fine with me, but why the change of heart? You're acting very weird lately, Shiro. Well, Sakura doesn't look like she's feeling well lately, and it's probably because Shinji's never home. She should have someone around to look over her. Okay, and have you actually told Sakura yet? Yeah, we've told 3 different people we're inviting Sakura to stay over with us. Just not, Sakura. At club today, she looked no worse for wear. But she's going to... I mean, what about you and club? Why are you back so early today? What? Oh, someone got hurt. I let Mitsuzuri take care of it, and then I came straight home after sending the students home. Something like that happened, huh? It's a little concerning to hear someone got injured, but I guess Fujini wouldn't be here if it were actually serious. Someone probably just jammed the finger. Anyway, this is my chance. Sakura's like family to me and Fujini. I should... Ooh. I want both. I want both. I want both so bad. Oh, man. Shiro might... No, I feel like his plan the entire time has been to talk to Sakura about it. Like I said, I'm trying to do it in a combination of what does Shiro do and what do I want. Like, I am leaning towards asking Fujini for help because I think that'd be fun. But Shiro, I don't think it was even remotely on his mind to ask Fujini for help. So because, like, I straight up don't think he would ask Fujini for help with this, I think he would tell Sakura himself. Officially out of hydration. No, this is important. This is my decision. I shouldn't push it on someone else. It's only right I be the one to tell Sakura that I'm making her move in with me. And just as I make up my mind, the doorbell rings with perfect timing. I'm coming in. It's Sakura's voice. I'll ask Sakura right away. It's just faster this way. Senpai, thanks for having me over. Are you making dinner now? Yeah, it just started. I can handle it on my own, so make yourself at home. We get 2 Sakura points if we ask her ourselves. Heck yeah! We're the hero. We're the best. Sakura's the best. But yeah. It's like, yeah, picking Fujini was straight up just like... That is the card wish choice, because I think it would be a fun scene, but just like... With how Shiro has been approaching this subject, he's been taking it seriously. And Fujini is not good for that. Hold on, I've got a knock at the door. Be right back. Alright, let's go face cam for this. There, so roommate, that was one of the housemates. The housemate I was actually complaining about the other, like a couple of weeks ago. He has attempted to make a homemade pizza and has offered me the last slice. So it's just like, that is fantastic, because it means I don't have to worry about supper. And he says he made a homemade stuffed crust pizza.
You got an ad, now suddenly face cam. Yeah. Someone knocked on my door, and it was my one of my housemates, so I had to go talk to him, and it's like, he made a homemade pizza and offered me the last slice. So it's just like, we got to try it on stream. And he said he made a homemade. I've done homemade pizza before, and it's amazing. I love doing a homemade pizza. I haven't done it in forever. Let's try this out. We're going to be an eating stream for like a couple of minutes. Very thick dough, but I do enjoy a thick dough. Like, he says it's stuffed crust, but it's like, there's like not much cheese in there, which is like, it's the first time I've had a stuffed crust where it isn't just like full of cheese, and it's like, I really like this. It's a good balance. There's one thing I hope we can get to before the end of the day. I think we're on a good pace to hopefully finish the day, unless we go out on another master hunting adventure. Let's see how far we can go. I'd like to get to the end of day 5. We'll see. I can handle it on my own, so make yourself at home. If you would. Could you keep Fujini busy while you're at it? She's being a sore loser after Saber beat her in Kendo, so cheer her up with a card game or something. Oh, that's mean, senpai. Miss Fujimura had a rough day, you know. Yeah, she didn't mention that. Then play shogi with her instead. Oh, shogi? Okay, she's very confident in that. Play Hanafuna. Play Koi Koi. Why isn't there Koi Koi in this game? I think it'll be just right if I give her a handicap and play without rooks. Sakura's in a good mood. The swelling on her face is gone. There's no sign of the dark bruise from this morning. That's good. Okay. I guess now's a good time to bring this up. So, Sakura, I know this is sudden, but you should stay over starting tonight. No Koi Koi minigame until the sequel! What? Skeeth, you cannot drop that on me! I was already hyped for the sequel and you throw Koi Koi at me? It's like, it's turning into the perfect series. Is Fate Stay Night 2 or whatever that's called, is it actually the perfect game? What the heck? So Sakura, I know this is sudden, but you should start saying, oh, we're starting tonight. Say over? You shouldn't go back to the Mattel house for the time being. As for how long, let's make it a week. I already got Fujini's permission. Sakura's expression stiffens. Gazes back at me like she's scrutinizing my heart rather than my face. I know I'm asking a lot, but still, I really want you to stay over. No matter how badly you might think of me, please live here for now. Sakura is not answering. She just keeps watching me, and I notice she slightly bites her lip. Why? Finally, she asks me in a very quiet voice. I can't give her the real reason. Don't want you to get dragged into war, and this way I might be able to protect you. On my life's honor, I cannot tell her it's because Shinji's a master and a scumbag, but everything else would be a lie. Everyone has secrets. I'm a dude, so there's plenty of stuff I don't say to Sakura and Fujini. And Saber now. No matter how precious someone is to you, there are some things that you just can't tell them. All the more reason I can't lie to her. Sakura is my precious family that I'd rather not tell her anything that's untrue. The atmosphere between us chills. Silence falls over us and it seems to stretch on forever. Sakura awkwardly breaks the eye contact. I try to rack my stupid brain for a response. Do I have to tell you why? Doesn't answer. But her eyes show concern for me rather than herself. Is it because you're worried about me? She states it outright. Yeah, I'm worried, so it'd make me feel a lot better if you would just stay over. Her long, dark hair sways. Sakura nods at my inadequate answer. Please don't call me inadequate. And answers not with words, but a smile. Shenanigans incoming! We're on a happy path! This is just common sense, of course, but once dinner's all over, all that's left is to take a bath and go to bed. Are we already going to have an awkward bath scene? It would set the tone for this being the rom-com route. No problem at all. Really, totally normal. Nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever. However, Miss Fujimura, I would like to ask you something. What is up? Well, you know. Oh, right, you need a change of clothes. I have school uniforms at home, and I can give you some of my regular clothes too. Or do you want to go home and get your clothes? No, I think if I went, I wouldn't be able to come back. I'd rather not go home. My brother is... Do not worry about that. I just called your house and got permission from your grandfather. He said he could rest easy knowing that you're at your teacher's house, and thanked me for teaching you. Oh, he did. I can really stay over? Yes, so about the clothes, you can use my pajamas. Hopefully you're okay with my underwear, too. Are we going to have underwear talk? Yours might be tight around the chest. Oh, right, you've got a big bust. All right, we're having this conversation. I'm voice acting this, apparently. Give me some of that. Ah! Getting a groping. No! No! Tonberry! Help me! What do you think you're doing? Haha, just kidding, but that is a problem. I do not have any bras your size. Do you wear them to sleep? Well, yes. Figures. A lot of bigger women do that. I bet it's uncomfortable, though. She says insensitively. Hey, why is... You messed up the quote. The quote probably ended after the though. How dare you? This game is unplayable. Too many typos. It's uncomfortable, but when that happens... Why are we having bra talk? Whatever. I see. Sure is nice to be young. Anyway, I'll gather up younger-looking clothes by tomorrow morning. On that note, have a nice bath. Same. You did not hate to have that conversation in front of me, Fujini. I'm a man. I'm trying not to think about it, but if you talk about it here, I am going to be extra conscious, and I will not be able to look at Sakura the same way. What's wrong, Shiro? You're all red. Are you curious about what we were talking about? You said it loud enough that I don't need... I anti-curious! I don't know what you're talking about. That was private. I didn't hear anything. I don't care. Okay, then. I'll share something interesting with you. Sakura's 85E. Amazing, right? She's actually 13 centimeters bigger than last year. Is this the scene you wanted to get to, Skeeth? Thanks. Glad we get to see this. Glad we got this. I wanted the shenanigans.
Of course, this talk is part of shenanigans. I have to take the good with the bad and the awkward. I bet you've noticed, Shiro, how soft she looks lately and how huggable she is. Not this one. Oh boy. Yo! Miss Fujimura, what are you saying? Oh no! Sakura counterattacks, taking Fujini to the ground. She's blushing bright red and furiously trying to cover Fujini's mouth. Sakura, I understand why you would want to silence Fujini, but please don't silence her basic life functions too. I do not need a murder investigation. I'm kind of probably going to commit murder later in this playthrough. That surprised me, Sakura. You're more of a fighter than you look. I can't believe you tried to suffocate your own teacher. I can't imagine what you mean. I think you should act a little more sorry, Miss Fujimura. Sakura turns away from Fujini sulkily. And then we made eye contact. Uh-oh. Oh, the bath towels are in the bathroom. Crazy idea, I know. Off I go then, senpai. Sakura hurriedly turns to leave the living room. Hey! And once again... on my nose. I was about to warn her to watch her step, and before I could, she ran smack into a pillar. Sakura, are you okay? Was she panicking so bad she ran to a pillar? I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm going to take my bath now. Sakura disappears down the hall, her steps wavering. Okay. I can breathe now that Sakura's in the bath. If that tension had gone on much longer, I would have had to run away. What now? If you have something to say, say it, you delinquent teacher! Oh, nothing in particular. I was just thinking that Sakura's going to have a hard time, too. You were kind of cute, getting all red and flustered. Maybe it makes Sakura embarrassed to see you like that, too. I wasn't red! Sakura's like family to me! She is my cowhide! She cooks, she eats with us. I wouldn't embarrass myself in front of her like that. Uh-huh. So you don't want to embarrass yourself, huh? You're giving her ammo, Shiro. Oh, no. And is just Saber just in the corner, just like, not hearing this? Of course not. She's Shinji's sister. I gotta take care of my friend's sister. We're still calling him friend. Oh, that's what you meant. I never thought you paid attention to that. But you actually care. Fujini has an exaggerated side. I said the right word. This is unpleasant. I see. Many challenges are on the horizon for you both. Where are you going? To the changing room. I need to pick out some clothes for Sakura. Shiro, go to the guest bedroom and get it ready for her. I will bring her some new sheets. Fujini says whatever she wants and just leaves me in the living room. Saber, I'm going to make up the guest room. Wait here. Saber just nods wordlessly. She's just not interested in our drama. Probably a smart move. I make the bed, and I check the guest room furnishings. It's a different room than the one we initially set Saber up in. This one hasn't been used in the one whole timeline. This one's better for Sakura and has a lock on the door. Sakura as well, a girl, so I figure she'll be comfortable if she can lock her door. Not like I let Fujini get up to my head or anything. I lay the sheets down, pat them flat. This bed's never been used. As soon as I start thinking that Sakura's going to sleep on it tonight. I bet you've noticed Shiro. Erg.
Awful thoughts fill my head. That's stupid. After all this time, why would I? That goes without saying. I've watched from right next to her. Sakura has grown more and more beautiful. I'm happy for her, and I've been telling myself not to be conscious of it. And Sakura is my best friend, Shinji's little sister, and she helps me out of a sense of guilt over the way her brother behaves. It's already been a year and a half. It's not like I see her that way. It all started with the accident that caused me to leave Kyoto Club. Hurt my shoulder at work, and there was some talk about burn scars being an issue, so I figured it was a good time as any to quit the club. Burn scars? I don't remember that. After that, I think it was Sakura who volunteered to start helping me at home until my injuries healed. I still looked younger back then. Someone who was younger 2 years ago looked 2 years younger? How insane! But she struck me as a hard worker. First day, she waited in front of my house for me to come home, and then stood there sullenly face to face for a while until finally said she wanted to help me. I think she was out there for 2 hours. And now that introvert is the rising star of the Q-Doll Club. People sure can change. Sakura's demeanor has brightened a lot, actually. I first met her 4 years ago through Shinji, I think, and I went over to his house to play. She was all silent. She had a habit of letting her hair cover her face. She still has that part of her, but Sakura back then looked positively downtrodden. She always had a glum look on her face, and always just stand around absently. When I compare Sakura to back then to now, I truly feel happy for her, and I'm relieved that the depressed girl who was always staring at the ground is someone who can laugh like she's actually enjoying life. Don't you think about it sometimes, how soft and huggable she looks? Really know myself. At the very least, I only saw Sakura as my kohai until recently, and the image of her only started to crumble recently. When did it start? Maybe it happened long before I realized it. Maybe. So close I never needed to notice. Ah, dang it. Everything was going fine. Why? Why does the thought of Sakura sleeping over make my heart pound like this? It's rude to Sakura. I should hurry and finish cleaning the room, and then I let Sakura stay here. Saber, where's Sakura? I do not know. She did not come back here, so shouldn't she still be in the bath? But it's been an hour. Maybe Sakura takes long baths, or maybe she has conked her head and has passed out in the bathtub. She has to watch a lot. What? She has to watch a lot of parts I don't. So a quick shower might not be. Stop it! Stop it! Do not imagine those parts! Do not even think about those parts! TOS Tonberry, be my guide. I shake my head and sit down at the table. Then I brew some tea and let the fragrant liquid soothe my throat. Be you. Purge myself of all fantasies, and I breathe deep. And then... Shiro, does Sakura have poor eyesight? That's a weird question. Not really. Sakura's got good vision. I think she's 1.5 across both eyes. Does Japan have a different way of measuring eyesight than just like 2020? Or 2010 or anything like that? Huh. I see. I've noticed her running into walls and pillars frequently, so I presume there may be a problem with her vision. Oh, well, I appreciate the concern, but Sakura's healthy. She's just a little clumsy because she's tired, but she's normally got her head on straighter than I do. That is good to hear, but even so, if she is so tired and running into walls, that is a problem. This is just my opinion, but I feel that her accident earlier was not due to fatigue, but she misjudged where the pillow was. Saber's opinion makes sense. No matter how tired you are, you don't just start randomly walking into walls. Is she going blind? Speaking of Sakura, where is she? If she's really in the path, 1 hour is a really long time. Like, I'll take the occasional 1 hour bath, but it's just like, it's usually when like it's been a long day, or I really need to tire myself out or something, or I'm sick. Sick, like hour-long baths are fun. Right now, the way we gotta do. Ready, buddy? Like, I did just do the headcanon of just like it is legitimately a possibility. She has slipped and passed out in the tub. If Fujini was right here, the argument goes to we should send Fujini in there. Actually, we should send Saber in there. Why can't we send Saber in there? Oh, well. Let's see if Sakura's dead. This is going to minus points us, isn't it? I should go check on her. We get 2 points for checking on her. No! No! We got 4 Sakura points today. I should go check on her. Please be alive, Sakura. If Saber's right, then this is no time to worry about embarrassing myself. Sakura! I call her name through the door. There's no reply coming from the dressing room. We've got an ad starting in less than a minute. Probably a good time for one. Subscribe if you want to see whatever the heck is not going to be shown in the ad. In fact, it doesn't even sound like anyone's inside. Sakura, hey, are you in there? And knock on the door. Softly at first, and then a little bit more vigorously until I am literally pounding on the door. Sakura, please say something if you're in there. My anxiety is turning into certainty. Something has gone wrong. I cannot go in there, so maybe I should get Fujini or... You had the chance to send Saber in here and you didn't, and we don't know where Fujini is. She's getting clothes and stuff. Senpai, why are you so worked up? Sakura. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, thank goodness. We don't have a bath scene. We don't need TOS Tombury to save us from another bath scene. That's a good thing, probably. Hello, Worst. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a lovely time with Bird. In case you don't know, we have a Phoenix Wright series that we're playing through with our buddy, the Worst Hero, on his channel. We actually got to stream last night because he was not hit with a hurricane for the second time in 3 weeks. Hooray! Took a long shower. Heck yeah. What a coincidence. Our friend Sakura has taken like an hour-long bath, so we're going to make sure that she has not like conked her head and passed out, but thankfully it looks like she is conscious. That's good. Sakura! Oh, it's nothing. You just took a while, so I was wondering what happened. That's odd. Was I in there for such a long time? Huh? Sakura sounds kind of hazy. Like she's weak or unsteady on her feet, like she just woke up from a nap. Sakura? Don't tell me. Yes, it was very nice, so I took a short nap. Oh, silly, please do not scare me like that. I sink to my knees. I'm sorry, I'll be right out. You do that and you're gonna catch a cold if you sleep in a bath, you know. Thankfully, I feel like I actually have come close to like actually passing out when I've taken a bath. Usually on those days when it's a sick bath. But thankfully, I've never like had to wake up with bath water in my nose or throat or anything. So yay, never quite done that. I sigh and lean against the wall. Man, I feel silly for being so worried, but man, I'm just glad she's fine. Sakura should feel better after a bath and a good night's sleep. What was that? I hear the sound of something heavy falling. It definitely came from the other side of the door. Oh no, Sakura! She doesn't respond. There isn't a feeling of someone on the other side of the door like there was earlier. I'm coming in, Sakura! Oh boy. I run into the dressing room. Sakura's lying on the ground, spiritless. Yeah, those are pointing. Yeah. Luckily, we're safe. There's no collarbone, but there's definitely two things that are pointing up there. COS Tonberry, thank you for your service. Sakura! Sakura! I lift her limp body off the ground. She's so soft under my fingers and warmer than I expected. Sakura does not seem conscious, but her breathing is labored. Indeed. Thank you, TOS Tonberry, for your services. Thankfully, we don't have to look at an image like this. Thank you, TOS Tonberry. Thank you. Her hands are clutched to her chest as if trying to pry something off that's stuck to her skin. Pained whispers. This isn't eye candy. No, it's not. But it's still maybe against TOS. I don't know how TOS feels about nipples through a shirt. Maybe one day I should read TOS to actually know when TOS Tonberry is like literally appropriate, but now we are playing it safe-ish. And for the bit. The softness of her body I'm carrying and her disheveled hair, wearing only a single shirt. This Sakura isn't the Sakura I know. The shirt emphasizes her abundant chest. I can't tear my eyes away. Are we sure about that? Like, his eyes look like they are, like, trying to make eye contact. Like, his eyes are doing a really good job. It's like, if it were actually like this, they should have, like, an animation of the eyes going ba-ba-ba-boing. Each heated sigh lifts her chest up and down, exposing her pearly neck. Necks are okay. I think necks are okay with TOS. Actually, our collarbone is showing more than hers. So yeah, again, TOS Tonberry protecting us from all the things that are evil. My heart almost jumps into my throat. Her distressed lips seeking oxygen make my head spin. The body I'm holding is so hot, soft, and unbelievably charming. My mind goes blank. I'm not holding a girl in my arm, but a plenty matured woman. This isn't the Sakura I know. Then, if I let the dizziness take over and hold her close. No! Oh! What the heck is wrong with me? I shake my head. This isn't the time. Sakura's fever is not normal. Above all, her fingers are clutching painfully at her chest to show that this is more than simple anemia. Sakura! Get it together, Sakura! I yell in her ear. We have open eyes. Yay, open eyes. The hair on her stuck to her cheek falls free. Sakura slowly blinks her eyes and looks up at me. Got some blushy. Senpai, what are you doing here? Idiot! Should you really be asking that? You should have told me you had a fever. I have a fever. Who else could I be talking about? Just touch your forehead. It's super duper hot. But it doesn't feel that warm to me. Sakura murmurs dreamily. Maybe she's still half asleep. Just stay still. I'll take you to your bed. Senpai, what are you doing? Thank you, TOS Tomberry. Thank you for your services. And the only prescription is more cowbell. Sadly, we don't have a cowbell command. Maybe one day. Sadly, I don't have a cowbell in real life. I feel as someone from Texas, I'm disappointing my heritage by not having a cowbell. I've got a horseshoe, but no cowbell. Taking you to your room. Let me warm you now. Don't make a fuss. I'm not sure I can hold it together anymore. That should have been your inner voice, Shiro. Go into the hallway carrying Sakura. Senpai, you're carrying me? Sakura wraps her arm tightly around my neck in surprise. Urgh. Her chest is very bouncy and touching me, but I'm going to ignore that right now. Speed is of the essence. Before my sanity gives out, I need to carry Sakura to the guest room as fast as I can. Your fever's a tad over 37 degrees. Huh, that's lower than I expected. Take the thermometer and look at Sakura, who's lying in bed. I'm sorry, I must have gotten dizzy after getting into the bath in such a nervous state. Sakura guiltily hides her face under the covers. It's super cute. Well, there's no helping the fact that you're sick. A cold like this should heal with medicine and rest, so please, try and take it easy tonight. I'll leave water by the chair, so try not to go outside. You'll get a chill. Just in case, I put another blanket right over her and turn off the lights. See you tomorrow. I'll come and wake you up, so take it easy. Give Sakura an affectionate pat on the head and make for the door. But then something tugs on me from behind. Huh? When I turn to look, there's someone clutching my shirt sleeve. Sakura. Sorry, I can't leave because you're holding on to me. Huh? Sakura withdraws her hand in surprise, if she just noticed. I'm so sorry, Senpai. I'm dizzy from the fever, and I... Sakura jumps out of bed and frantically apologizes. I can tell by how red her face is, even with the lights off. Sakura, are you scared? Yes, I'm afraid of sleeping alone in a place I don't know. I can't see Sakura's expression. Her long hair hides her face. But from the side, her profile reminds me of that withdrawn girl I first met years ago. See, you must feel anxious catching a cold and using someone else's room. Sit down on the bed. Then I lie down on my back. Shiro? 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 I'm going to trust you. Shiro! I can't quite bring myself to face Sakura while doing this, but this is good enough. Senpai, I'll stay a little longer. It'll help you get used to the room. I'll leave once you fall asleep. Are we on the bed? I sit down on the bed, I lie down. Okay, yeah, we're on the bed. We are on the bed beside her, and that's a tiny bed. Like, I was going to hope that it's like, maybe if it's an option we can offer, like, I'll lay down on the floor beside her. Like, that can be, like, a slightly acceptable arrangement. Like, nope, we're just got onto the bed. Not under the covers, but onto the bed with her. Sure. To be honest, I'm worried you're forcing yourself to do this. I'm going to keep an eye on you for another 30 minutes, so lie back down. Gesture to the spot on the bed without even facing her. Alright, please stay with me a little while longer, Senpai. Soft breeze caresses my cheek. Must be the air displaced by Sakura pulling the covers back on. I consider this a small price to pay for her peace of mind. It doesn't even begin to cover the interest on the debt I owe her for her helping me so much. The dark, all one can hear is the ticking of a clock. Whether it's because my back's to her or because her profile is still in my mind.
feeling I had when I carried her earlier fade, and I stare at the clock. The rest of time passes in silence, and anyone would guess that we'd both fallen asleep. But I'm not falling asleep right now. Senpai, are you awake? I hear a gentle voice in the darkness. Ah! I murmur an affirmative. Sakura takes a quiet breath and continues. Oh, okay. Thank you for today. And she drifts off to sleep. Run away! Thank you, Saber, for not coming in and also trying to stay beside us. Lights go out in the house. It is past 11. The town is asleep. There's a master at Ryodao Temple. Yeah, according to Dosaga, at least. They're not to mess with them because they're trouble, but they're apparently behind the comas that are happening all over town. I don't know if it's true, but worth checking out. Yes, I do feel that the ley lines leading to Ryodao Temple are being deliberately manipulated. There's no doubt a master has taken refuge there. Wait, what's wrong, Saber? You don't seem very enthusiastic. Yes, it's best if servants avoid that mountain. I would rather not make a hasty assault on it. I guess we'll hold off on patrolling tonight and gather some intel on Ryudao Temple, because you're right, it would be reckless to go in there without knowing anything about the servant or the master. No, that will not be necessary. The master who has made Ryudao Temple their base is unlikely to expose themselves. If they wish to settle accounts with him quickly, the only way is a frontal assault. Well, if Saber says so, then probably have a chance of victory. I'd also like to stop the master from, putting people into comas. That seems bad. Alright, let's go to Ryudao Temple. Saber, we're only going there to scout it. Once we learn who the master is and what the servant is, we're gonna fall back. I know it's super lame, but I can't back you up, and I want to be cautious. Not letting Saber get hurt, not like the time with Berserker. But since I can't help her in a fight, I have to protect her in a different way. I understand. I will leave the final decision of whether to fight or retreat up to you. I'm happy to hear that, but it's kind of scary. Even if the enemy turns out to be someone we can beat, I'm gonna want to run away. I see. That could indeed happen. Your lack of combat experience, after all. I am so glad we have this Shiro. I'm so glad not all three Shiros are just like, yeah, well, if there's a fight, I will charge in and protect you. Or I'm going to fight at your side. I'm glad all three routes have, different dynamics to them between us and Saber. And no denying it, I'd like to avoid stepping into a figurative minefield, and for all I know, it will be a literal minefield. I don't know what kind of background they got. So I'd appreciate it if you gave me a warning. Very well. I will warn you if you make a wrong decision. Of course, that alone will not help you grow. That decision to enter that shower while the girl was in there passed out. Not sure how good a decision that was. We'll see. Stop judging me for that! Of course, that alone won't help you grow, so in the event that you do make a mistake, why don't we consider some sort of penalty? Are you going to punish me? What are we doing? What are we getting into? By telling you would spoil the surprise. A surprise punishment. It is one of the few pleasures I have, so I'm going to keep it to myself for now. I don't like this. I am so terrified. Why does this route have me so paranoid? Why? What are you doing? It's the rom-com section. It's just going to be some silly shenanigans. Oh no, she's gonna make me wear an embarrassing hat. That's gonna be the punishment. That's all it's gonna be, right? Saber seems to be making a joke. Fujini is rubbing off on her. That's terrifying. I sure hope it's a joke anyway. Hello, Shiro. Will Sakura be alright? Her discomfort was rather considerable. I thought that too. I took her temperature, but her fever wasn't that bad, so I'll just let her get a good night's rest and see how she holds up. I see. We can go to battle without reservations. I nod and look towards the guest house. Sakura's room is on the second floor of the building. I need to leave and return to the house without her noticing. Let's go, Saber. From here on out, I'm the master. I won't think about anything else. I leave the house with Saber. Moon is high in the sky and the darkness feels dense. Here we go. The interlude that changes everything time. Oh, fantastic. I was about to say, this seems like a good stopping point, but now that you said that, dang it, escape. Up above, the clouds move quickly, perhaps due to the wind. Under the pale moonlight, peeking and disappearing beneath the clouds, you beat a swift pace into enemy territory. Interlude 5-1 Heavens Feel. Ah! Don't know who it is. Generic narrator time. A high-pitched noise fills the air. A white blade clatters on the ground, scattering motes of light all around as it reflects the brilliant moonlight. Sticky blood coats his lips. A man falls to his knees on the stone steps, bidding farewell to his long sword as it sinks into the darkness. Assassin's already been beaten? He will never pick up that sword again. His coat is stained in blood, its newly dyed threads making it resemble a gallant crimson flower. To think that I'd meet my end at the hands of some detestable fiend. The man's lips seemed like white bone in contrast to the fresh blood splitting from his belly. Okay, run down the candidates. Caster betraying him? Probably not. Ryder? Super dead? I assume. Berserker? Is Ilya going to just take out all our enemies for us this route? Lancer? Could Kirai, because we've gone to visit him so many times and had talks with him, could his motivations have changed? Could he have decided, I'm going to start killing some of these servants, and sent Lancer to finish them off? Because I feel like Lancer would be a good counter for this assassin. Alright. Am I forgetting one? Well, of Gilgamesh. Of course, Gilgamesh could be a possibility. Who knows what he's up to? Oh yeah, and of course, Archer. I don't think Tosaka would make a move. But Archer is Archer. Archer could just do whatever the heck he wants, so Archer could make a move and just decide to kill this guy. I think I'm leaning toward Lancer. I think that's my pick. The vital tremble of his life has already left his... Of course, don't want to throw out the possibility. Oh yeah, it could be Mr. Breathegood, who just... not gone rogue, but something weird could have happened. Sasaki Kojiro's innards are already functioning as something else. The mountain gate is quiet. Neither the servant guarding it, nor the newly appeared shadow make a move. The battle is already over. Whatever just swiftly ascended the stone steps defeated Assassin. There was no time to cross blades or even acknowledge the enemy. Whatever it was a different dimension. Altogether? Dimension? The only thing that I would say is the dimension would be Caster, but Caster... unless frickin' Matau. Matau disappears out of nowhere. Like, Shiro, from his point of view, has no idea what it is. Could it be disappearing through dimensions? What? Oh boy. The gatekeeper's bloody tears. His torso is ripped apart without a weapon. Assassin cannot even end his own life. It walks. It. They use it again. It is frickin' Grandpa. Steadily, surely, the shadow lovingly, or perhaps disdainfully, strokes the cheeks of the servant called Assassin. A spidery, ghoulish arm erupts from his shredded torso. Bones entangle, meat tear. He feels the organs and entrails that once belonged to him morph into something else. The final servant has finally been summoned, the true assassin, taking the place of the fake one. What are you doing, Matau? Oh. He fights the surge of blood that threatens to burst forth. The swordsman swallows it down, a genial grin playing across his lips.
Very well, do as
you wish. Whatever is born from my belly can surely be nothing good. Eaten from within and deprived of a merciful death, he smiled. It is a valiant gesture. His lurid grin is even more fearsome than the birth of the abomination within him. And so, it is summoned. The thing born from the blood and entrails of a false servant is unmistakably an assassin. We got our last question mark. Its birthing resembles the chitter of insects. The insect that emerges from the swordsman's body greedily devours. It cackles as it bars, chortles as it chews. With each bite of flesh, the dark insect becomes increasingly man-shaped, its unformed brain gaining knowledge. Check the servants and the voice settings for some foreshadowing you missed. Ooh, I do love foreshadowing. Yay! Where's my question mark? Well, thanks for spoiling his name, game. So, between Gilgamesh and between Kiritsugu, it's a servant. Yep. I thought I'd said it out loud. There's just like, it'd be cool if we had another servant besides just like, oh, the 8th one being Archer. It'd be cool if we had another one. I should have like fully guessed that based on, oh, it's after Gilgamesh. It's probably a servant. Kozuro was never called Assassin in the settings. He was never called Assassin, but didn't he like say his name like the first time we met him? This guy isn't called Assassin either, so... Yeah, I speculated and hoped we would get another servant. Like, seeing where that question mark is, I should have, like, been a whole lot more certain of that. I'm disappointed in myself. I should have been more certain of that. First line was his name, yeah. Yeah, I think I remember being annoyed. It's like, wait, I don't even get to try to guess at who you are. I wouldn't have guessed who this is, but still. Alright. Hassan is the origin of the word assassin. It comes from Marco Polo's journal. Neat. With each bite of flesh, the dark insect becomes increasingly man-shaped, its uninformed brain gaining human knowledge. The feast continues for half an hour. The new assassin studiously slurps up every last drop of blood, celebrating its birth on now spotless stone steps. Its only witnesses are the chortling, chittering swarms of insects at the brush of bright, voluminous. The shrill birthing cries. It is an ill moon. The white skull sneers at the scorched black night. How's Master gonna handle this? She's gonna notice that her frickin' marks are gone. Are we gonna show up here and she's going to assume it was us? Alright. We just had, like, major stuff happen. Lots of major stuff happen, and stuff's about to go down with Castor, probably, now that we don't have an assassin guarding the gate. How are expecting the route to go now that we have a 9th servant? It's absolutely Mattel. It's 100% Mattel. Not in our menu yet. Oh boy. You get to keep a voice for now. I want to see how much you talk. If you're just going to do I'm going to keep your voice on. Oaken, you son of a gun. He's making his move because he thinks he can win this war. Why does he think he can win this war? He said he thought he could win. Was it because the person in that one interlude, who I assume is Sakura, he said, like, because she's opening herself up. So is he planning to turn Sakura into a Holy Grail this route? Possibly. Because maybe she can become a perfect Grail earlier than he thought. What's Zoken thinking? What is his goal? His goal is to win. His goal is to win the Holy Grail and probably try to get immortality or something. He thinks he can win because of the choices you made in the first 3 days. Because we were nice to Sakura. Because we went to his house out of nowhere, just because we cared about Sakura, because we walked her home, because Sakura allowed it. New theory. I know you've said it's like a true and a good ending. My theory is that this route is going to be a theory I'm going to form. I'm not going to run with this theory, but it's a theory I want to voice. One small change in Shiro's actions unleashes Zoken. That's not good. He seems to think that, presumably Sakura's, like, emotion and caring or something. I don't remember the exact wording. That is what leads him to do this. My theory is that in the other routes, we needed to get the heart points in order to make something good happen, in order to progress the route. Have an out there theory that we need to not have points with Sakura. Like, the more she cares about us, the worse this route goes. And leads to a bad end. So, to win this route, I theorize we need to start trying to lose Sakura points. I'm not going to play that way because Shiro likes Sakura, obviously. And he's going to fall head over heels. Also, she's like one of my favorite characters. I'm not going to be mean to her, but I just need to voice that theory. I want to get that theory out there. That the best ending of this is we don't have the heart points with Sakura, because heart points with Sakura leads to evil. Oh boy. But we made it to a stopping point. Oh dear lord, that was a stopping point. On the plus side, we learned about German potato salad and how it looks like 1 billion times better than American potato salad. I think that's the most important thing we could get out of this entire stream. But let us go see who is streaming at the moment so we can share a little bit of love with someone. Who do we got on the lines on the Twitch? People have some cozy streams. The next stream. I think the safest bet is... I think we might be able to do Sunday evening. I don't have Pathfinder this Sunday, so I think we can go Sunday evening.
I'm not going to be tired from doing silly voices and from role playing for hours on Sunday. So we're going to have a rare Sunday stream. So let's aim for Sunday, possibly evening, afternoon. Not sure exactly when. Just depends on if I'm going to do things. I want to see the new My Hero Academia movie this weekend. So either Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to try to do that. So because that looks fun. All right. Who shall we go hang out with? Let us hang out with. Yes, rare Sunday stream. I was like, as soon as Soccer Wars game comes on the horizon, I'm probably going to bring back Soccer Wars Sundays and have like the regular Sunday night stream because I kind of enjoyed having that as a thing. But who knows? If only there were 2 Soccer War games in the works being translated right now, and maybe 1 fan game that was in the work right now. If only those were such things existed. Oh well, I guess we'll never know. Alright. Let's go hang out with System Unrated. System is playing some Overwatch. System's cool dude. He's a fellow mod in our buddy Bromo Range of Goes channel, so let's go raid into System Unrated. If you feel like participating in the raid, we do have raid commands. You have activated my raid card because branding both the subbed and unsubbed version. Always remember that Thursday nights we are over on the Worst Heroes channel playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the trilogy, and there is a link to the YouTube playlist which has all the episodes that have been put on YouTube so far. Thank you so much to everyone who stopped by. This has been a fun one. We learned about potato salad. We might have had to bring out TOS Tonberry for a shower scene. It was a good time. We had a very good time today. And until next time, fare thee well. Ta-ta.